Hello. Hi. Sorry, that was so loud. Hi. Hello. Oh my God. Hi. I clicked that and you appeared. You triggered it. I wasn't even in my apartment. I think like I just like spawned and I was like, I guess I'm live. Spawned, I saw the lights and I was like, okay. Anyway, hi. Sorry. Let's fade into something that I'm not gonna get too just well, I mean, like I'm always going to get distracted. It's fine. We'll see what this leads to. But hello. Hi. Welcome back. It's been a whole God, what has it been? When was our last stream? Wednesday. It was the Wednesday before TwitchCon. Less than a week. Okay, sick. Honestly, this is this is like somewhat of a shorter break than whatever happened in September. September was dark time, so we don't talk about that one. September was anyway. Hi, hello. Okay, wait. Oh my God. Oh, I have also another note that I want to write down. I've been writing down so many notes lately. I have been just oh my God. Okay, wait. This was um uh uh okay, sick. Sick. Amazing. Okay. Cool. Hello. How have you been? Also, hi, Passion. I hope that you're doing well. Happy nighttime for you. Haven't spoken to you in forever. In forever. Also, Celsius. Wait, let me claim my own and then I'll make my way down. Um, I'm so excited. I have so much to share. I have so much to share. I have so much to talk about. We've done a lot has gone down. But what are y'all up to today? And also let's see who's here today. Whose seltzers are here? Where was I? I lost it. Coffee or death. Hi, enjoy your 68th seltzer. Bopper, enjoy that 74th seltzer. Hell yeah, I see that SpongeBob and I'm like, oh, I knew it. I knew it immediately. Nerdy Raccoon, hello. Enjoy your sixth seltzer. Thank y'all for coming in at this time. I know it's a little bit late. This is probably, but this is going to become a somewhat familiar hour. But we'll go through what stream bits are coming up a little bit later today. Oh my God, I'm like thinking, I'm like, which bits? Where do I even start? Also, Gobera, enjoy your 73rd seltzer. I know you're currently hosting a climbing meetup. I hope it goes well. That's so fun. I'm telling you, I like this isn't even a side quest because like I feel like this is something that I don't even think any of these are side quests because you do all of these things like pretty actively. Like these are all like main quests, but like I feel like there can only like one main quest. I don't even know, but it's so cool. It makes me again. I said this before, but I'm like it makes me want to do things. Like it makes me want to like just go on like all these adventures in life. I'm like, you know what? Maybe I can be a part of like these different clubs and just sign up to be in this like program or like in this band. Like hello. Also, Gilberto, thank you for watching 5 streams in a row, and Nerdy Raccoon, thank you for watching 7 streams in a row. I appreciate it. I appreciate you coming to all these streams. I love chatting with you. I love hanging out with you. And it means a lot. Also, Passion, enjoy your 231st seltzer. And Callie, enjoy your 62nd seltzer. I hope you're well. And me, enjoy my 610 seltzer. You know what? I shall. Did I have? No, I have drank seltzer. Have I? No, I did. Okay, cool. I was like, have I drank seltzer since I came back? Because let me tell you, I did not drink. I don't even think I drank any seltzer during this trip. I don't think I drank any seltzer during this trip. I think I only drank water. I think I only drank water. Oh my God. I'm making ribbon Halloween. Wait, but that's so fun. Have you been distributing them? Have you been uh sharing them with the community? And also, how long does each one take you to make? They look so pretty though. I kind of it makes me miss when like in high school we used to have like carnations. Was that what they were? I keep thinking about whenever I think of carnations, I think of like Toontown. But like they would be like different like dyed flowers, and you would send them, and different ones would have different meanings, and like they would distribute them in class, which can honestly be like atrocious as a concept because you're like, damn, is this creating a social hierarchy? But it was really fun with like my friends and stuff. We would just share with each other. Also, Katie, oh my God, happy 36 months. Thank you for resubbing. I appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed the next all the emails and no asking emails and no ads. That was so cool. I hope you've been well. Oh my God. So I missed you. I miss you all. I like this hour because it's after work and after I settle in and get comfortable. Okay, cool. Because that's gonna be the intention with our upcoming plans. Yeah, we're like not only are we back on track, like we are so back, like we are beyond being back. But I think I found a groove. I think I found our groove. I think I found the pace that we can go at. Just yeah, you might just get sick of me. Anything's possible. Also, Wigfoot, hi. I've missed you this weekend. Enjoy your 784th seltzer. And oh my God, I hope you've been well. And Ryan, enjoy your 25th seltzer. Hello, my king. My king. I miss you already. I miss you already. It's been like a too long still. It's been too long. I don't like how much time it's been since I last saw you. I need to fix that. Oh God, sorry. I'm like not even, I don't even think, I think I'm not, my throat was like dry in San Diego, but like I came back and now it's not. So I'm like, I figured it was like the weather there. So I was like, I got all my sick out beforehand. I got all my sick out before TwitchCon because, as y'all know, I was out for like a week with like the atrocious fever. Oh my God, I had a dream during my like hour nap. Oh my, Parky! You're being Parky Park. Vroom, 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 vroom. Oh my God, first of all, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, everyone. We have so much to talk about today. We're going to be going over, I just came back from TwitchCon. So let me talk about everything that I did and saw and experienced and witnessed and observed and noted down, and what other verbs that can apply to the situation. I hope you had a wonderful stream. I know you were, I was watching, I pulled up, I love whatever, like, I don't know what program you're using or like what you did, but like I loved like the avatar with like the little screen with the poking and the typing. Chef's kiss, beautiful work. That excellent addition to the stream. Thought that was so cool. I took so many notes. Literally, if you look at my Notion right now, my Notion goes crazy, but it's organized as hell because I would get overwhelmed if I did not organize that from the start. Like I need to like start things organized. If I don't, I need to have a system. I like semi-organized. Like I have controlled chaos, I would say, where I have certain places where the chaos is meant to be parked. And then but I have like a strategy for organizing that so it's like having like a fully organized library and then you have one table where like new books might come in. So like that table is a little bit of a mess, but you have a system where every single day you'll take those books and then you'll put them in the proper places. And then at the end of the day, and when you wake up in the morning, that library is organized as hell, you know, unless someone's been like switching things around in the aisles, which how dare they? Rude, if anything. But hi, sorry, I'm like everywhere. Selling them for $3 each, hopefully, as a fundraiser for the local art club. That's so cool. Are you like, how are you like distributing these? Like, are you able to like put like signs up? Are you selling these at like a fair? Are you able to go to like different? Do you like travel around selling them? Katie, I hope you've been well. I hope your weekend has been swell. If you were up to anything, and if anyone did anything over the this past weekend, even if you were at TwitchCon or if you weren't at TwitchCon, please share. I want to catch up. I want to hear about everything. I want to hear about y'all. I miss so much. I've been itching. Anyone at TwitchCon that I talk to knows that I've been itching to stream. I've been itching to go live. I need it so bad. It's like it's where I feel the most myself. But yes. Oh my God. Also, Katie, enjoy your 524th seltzer. I hope it's delicious and bubbly. Let me sip mine too. God, I needed it. I hope you had a great time. You know, a time I think is even better. But I had so much fun. There's so much that there's just so much. There's so much that I did. I don't even know. As y'all know, I am a studious Twitch University student. I like to go to panels. I like to learn things and I like to write things down in my notes. So I did do a lot of that. I did a fair amount of that. And honestly, interesting start. This whole trip had an interesting start. Oh my God, wait, what? Oh, we have a hype train? Oh, shit. Sick. Oh, whoa, you can see like the levels of this too. That's so cool. That's so neat. That's kind of cool. I don't know why. Honestly, I'm like, I can't walk in this direction now because I'm gonna bump my head on it. But just that's cool. Thank you for starting that. That's so sweet. Parky! Oh my God, thank you for using your Prime here. Thank you for subbing. Huge. I hope you enjoy the next one of emails and ads and emails to no ads. Thank you. Oh my God, so much love to you. And again, I hope you've been well. And sure, feel free. Also, I know I said it before, but just in case I forgot, just in case I forgore, for that matter, no pressures to stay. I feel like you were live for a while. I mean, like I think because I was on your stream like earlier. I took like a nap today. I slept probably a total of maybe 2 hours today. I took a nap that it was supposed to be like 30 minutes or like 20 minutes, and then it ended up being a little bit what did it end up being? I feel like I ended up, okay, I laid down maybe at like 4:30 and then ended up getting up at 7. It's like 2.5 hours actually, maybe something like that. I napped for way longer. But like I didn't sleep at all on the plane yesterday. A lot. My trip started, did my trip start interestingly? I feel like my trip started interestingly. I didn't sleep much. I slept a little bit on my way in. I actually flew in the first day early in the morning. So I tried to like nap beforehand for like 2 hours and I was able to sleep on the plane actually on my way there. My trip back had a very interesting little new side quest unlocked. Not a good one though. But my way back definitely had some interesting bits to it. I'll share that as we go through the story of this TwitchCon. I do have some photos to share. I have some stories to share. And I have some info for the stream to share, which I'm stoked for. I think it's gonna be really fun. That damn AC fried our throats. I agree. But like it was so hard because like outside it was like warm. Inside the convention center, it was like chilly. In the room, it was like chilly, kind of like I don't even know. Temperature wise, I will say weather, I loved it. The weather in San Diego, phenomenal. And I feel like most people there will probably agree. But something really just like, I don't know. But I'm telling you, I came back and it suddenly was good. I got back today. I got back this morning, actually. I landed and that's why. So I didn't sleep at all on the plane last night. I had a Thai iced tea yesterday close to when I flew out, so I don't know if that played a role in my energy levels, but I had it at definitely, it was delicious, by the way. First time trying it. Phenomenal. Oh my God, Kim, hi. Wow, timing. Literally as I'm talking about it. But yeah, oh my God, I fully I was up on that plane ride. Wi-Fi was really strong up until it wasn't. I'm not used to like Wi-Fi on planes still. I love that it exists and I'm trying to be like, oh, okay, this is normal now. But I just as someone like flying to Argentina a bunch growing up, you always like once Wi-Fi was even introduced, it was always something you paid for, maybe even by the hour, or you needed to be some premium member or something. So now when it's on, I'm like, oh my God. So I'm okay with it not going, but I forget that I was mid conversations and then it would just go out and I'm like, well, I need to consider that more before I send messages. Cause let's say I'm sending I got a 3-parter in my brain. I'm sending a message, but you send it in let's say 3 parts because it's the tone, it's the way it comes off. If you send it in 1, it's fine, but it's different when you send it as several. And I feel if you just look at any memes on Twitter, it kind of something about that feels right. But then I'll send 2 out of the 3 messages I intend to send, and the third one's I gotta wait an hour. Finally connects again and I see I got 3 responses and I was like, damn, I never sent the other part and now it doesn't make sense. But I still send it anyway and I'm like, by the way, that was meant to go an hour ago. And is the bit ruined? Slightly, but at least hopefully the content still makes it across and we're able to communicate anyway. I blame the weird pies. Those weird pies messed me up. They did. They made me, oh my God. Brindle! Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh my God, exclamation mark lurk in the sub message. Thank you for resubbing. Happy 12, oh my God, 12 months. 12 months? You get a new badge with that too. The iced tea was worth it though, right? Phenomenal. It was so good. A boarding soon. Oh my God, layover in Chicago right now. My flight got delayed. Damn, I'm so sorry about the delay. Definitely so worth it. It was so delicious. Thank you for hanging out with me, by the way. I had so much fun. I stayed an extra day. Sorry, I'm gonna catch up. I'm truly all over the place. I've just been I got so much to say. My brain genuinely, I feel I need to dump so much information that has just been building up over here. That's also why I have to take notes during the day, because if I don't, then I forget, and then I get I feel the weight of everything in my head, but I can't actually pick anything out because it's all just a blur. It's a salad of ideas, and then I'm like, damn. It's kind of when you feel someone looks familiar and you can't tell what they're from. Okay, there's the pie. Sorry, I thought I saw the pie in the other direction. But it's kind of when someone looks familiar, someone acting in a show or a movie, and you can't put your name on it, or you're trying to remember something. It's on the tip of your tongue. It just bothers you for a while. That's what it's like whenever I'm trying to when I'm I know I have so much to say, but I don't even know where to begin. That's why I love writing things down. Also, hi, Robbie Bear, and love, hello, enjoy your 226th seltzer. Sorry, wrong keyboard, that's okay. I'm using 5 million things, it's insane. I want to know what that is. I loved that. I loved what you used. It was so cool, and it was so satisfying too, because you also can I mean, I assume it's intentional.
Jonas says security team is strong.
Oh my God, Matt, hi. Thank you so much for the resub and having 19 months. I hope you enjoy the next month. Emails and emails and ads. Oh my God. How have you been? How was your weekend? How was everything? You are rapping. I know I'm speaking so quickly right now. Are you good at relationships? Cause I kind of got a crush on a coworker. I mean, what do you ask away? Take everything I say with a grain of salt. I mean, like if you don't like salt, or if your sodium intake is kind of high, then don't take it with a grain of salt. But like, take it with a little bit of knowledge that I'm just. But I do like talking about this stuff. So feel free to ask. Technically, I'm donating them for a fundraiser. But they're calling it Spooky Trinkets, Silent Auctionish. Wait, that's so cool. That's sweet. That's so fun too. I feel like it's a good way to raise money. They're also so pretty. I feel like it's like, you can give someone like a little rose, but it has like a Halloween like theme. Like I saw a picture that you posted. If I'm remembering correctly, if I dreamed it and I made it up, then ignore me. Also, Giselle, enjoy your 594th seltzer. Sorry, I'm gonna catch up at the bottom real quick, so that I can. I know I'm talking so fast. I'm. It's fine. It's fine. I will. Yes. Good napping day. Honestly, yeah. Truly, I was almost 12 hours. Oh my god, almost 12 hours. Whoa, that is definitely a full day of stream. I feel free if you didn't already dip, feel free to dip. I like I feel like maybe I'd be so tired, but you've been doing. I love following your journey, and I feel like you've been so consistent and so cool because it takes a lot of energy to like keep up with everything online. Um, Also, Zay, hello. How are you? How was your TwitchCon? It was so good. It was so good, and I'm gonna talk about it today. I'm gonna tell you everything. I'm gonna tell you everything that I have in my brain about it. But how are you? How have you been, Zay? How was the weekend for you? How's the weather today by you? And Zay, also enjoy your 321st seltzer. We love a little 321. That's fun. And Pablo, enjoy your 65th seltzer. First time trying Thai iced tea. First time trying Thai iced tea. I can't, and I've seen so many videos of it online, and everyone's like, "This is the best thing ever," and I'm like, and it looks so pretty, but I never got to do that. I don't know, why I never tried it. I think I've always been like, I haven't been like saving my first time, like at first I'm kind of nervous, but I've been very. What have I been? What is? I feel like I'm always. I don't know. I guess I never had the push. But Kim had the push. And honestly, I'm so glad. I'm so glad I made it over the hill. It was so good. I fear I'm gonna be out seeking that now on a semi-regular basis. But you did say it was easy to make at home, which is something that I should probably do. I actually have a gallon of milk that we were supposed to use to make mozzarella on stream about a month ago. Don't know how well it's doing right now. I'm gonna have to open that up and give it a sniff. But I feel like I need to go grocery shopping basically soon, so I might pick up some ingredients for it. The milk was unrelated to this. Well, maybe kind of. I actually don't even know what goes in it. But it was like I feel like it was kind of milky. It was God. It was so good. It was so good. Also, Brindle, I love enjoy your 23rd seltzer. By the way, I love your it's like your name paint. That's so pretty. Oh my god, I need to see what the TwitchCon name paint is. I went to the 7TV booth. I'm wearing a 7TV shirt right now, but this one is from last year's TwitchCon. I got another 7TV shirt this year. Yeah, I feel like I need to do it every year now. Every year I need to get a 7TV shirt. But yes, I'll tell you how I got the other one though in a little bit too. BRB boarding plane. Enjoy. Best of luck. Good luck. I hope that your flight is smooth. The Pika cough is so funny. The Pika cough being the cat cough meme is killing me. That's incredible. Also, I hope you enjoyed your pie, love. I saw it on the side. It didn't explode. Thank you for not exploding me. I'm scared to like say words in case, in case anyone has my stream on in an airport, but I feel like everyone would have headphones in anyway. I got a little distracted at the gate to my airport journey last night. And there's more to that. There's certainly more to that. Also, Brianna, thank you for watching 3 streams in a row. Also, I believe you have a seltzer. I think there's a seltzer claim somewhere in here. Also, Matt enjoyed 315 seltzer. Brindle's branded, by the way. I had a slight change my name moment. No worries at all. I remembered. I remembered mainly because I think that the first time you came in here, I think Wigfoot called you Brindle. So like in my head, I was like, okay, Control S save. It's in there. That's in like the long term storage. So that's organized in the files. That's not in the book of a mess. I love it. I like the name a lot. It's really fun. It's really fun to say. I also like it's very satisfying to look at. It works really well. Everyone's getting sick, so I tried to hibernate. Have you been getting sick too, or no? Also, Brianna, enjoy your 43rd seltzer. I just need to know how to go forward with it without tripping. She's so pretty. And she's also trans. I'm a helpless romantic. So every small sign I saw is just stuck in my head. I mean, like I would say in general, like I'm gonna like practically romantic things with coworkers is usually a no go. Um, in a practical sense, like I never, it was never anything that I was involved in or like but I also I, but the only reason why I have like an asterisk here is because like I feel like anyone that I know who's like worked in like a commercial kitchen is like says otherwise in like specific scenarios. So like I don't know, I don't have any experience in this scenario. But I would say usually with coworkers you tread carefully just because like you see each other every at work. It's a little bit of a mix with like your financial situation, their financial situation, and your work environment. So I think that there's a lot of, when it comes to relationships, when it comes to dating, there are a lot of things that can make the vibe a little bit funky, and it's a lot I think it's more preferred when you are not forced to have to see each other and exist around each other due to that. So I would always say my best advice would be, tread carefully. I think if you're, if you're super into them, honestly, if anything, like y'all can also just be really good friends. I think it's really cool to be friends with your coworkers, and I think that just being friends is like an option that sometimes people forget. Like I feel like, so I used to be like, I didn't like used to be, I don't know, I would say I was like a serial like dater, but like I was just like in like, I feel like I was in a couple of just longer term relationships. Like every time I found someone like cool that I also thought was like really attractive, like I'd be like, okay, maybe we'll pursue this. And then we end up dating for like a really long time. It's been a long time though since then. So it's been many a year. But I eventually was like, as I was like alone, like once I stopped dating people, like actively, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna like do my own thing. I was like, maybe if I find someone that I think is hot and cool, I could still just be their friend. I don't need to pursue everyone that I think is hot and cool. And then I was like, oh my God, wait. Now I just have really hot and cool friends, and I like really appreciate this about them. And and it makes things so much more fun. So just, I think that might be an option worth pursuing in this scenario. But yes, I thought, you would never date a coworker, even if they quit the company. There were two guys that quit, and oh my God. Yeah, whenever there were two guys that quit, and day after they both tried to ask me out. It's like they were waiting. I thought I was just being nice to them, went to their goodbye party, but apparently I was too friendly. I am so sorry. Damn. I feel like the way that this just keeps happening to you. I'm enjoying hanging out here. But thank you. I'll probably dip in a little bit because I have to record some stuff, but I want to hear the tea. I'll probably catch up on VOD tomorrow while I'm at work. Sounds good. Nary any pressures. Again, thank you so much for the raid. Holy crap, he's so behind. I am so behind. It's a mess. Okay, wait, 10:09. I missed 11:11. It's fine. Sorry for the scream. I hope that I have my mic filters on right now. My stomach is a little bit grumbly. Did I eat dinner? I don't think I did. My entire body schedule is a mess right now though. It's so bad. I've been drinking my mate though. My first mate in like 7 days maybe, since last Wednesday. I think since last Wednesday, because I didn't drink any. I don't even know if I drank any on Wednesday, because maybe Wednesday morning, because I wanted to be able to sleep on my flight, so I didn't drink my evening one. Because my flight, I left like, my flight was like early, like, it's still dark out morning on last Friday. Oh no, Thursday was when I was there. So I probably drank my last mate on Thursday. Okay, so less than a week. But it's weird because I drink it twice a day, so my body's probably not used to that. But yes, I love introducing friends to new foods and drinks. Yeah, let me see. I took your Thai iced tea cherry. Wait, was there a cherry in there? Oh no, sorry. I just realized. I was like, was there a cherry? Because the only reason I say, I know what you mean now. I know what you mean. Before you even send that message, if you're typing right now, before you even send that, just know I know what you mean now. Because recently I made like little pina colada cocktails, and I put a bunch of maraschino cherries in there. So in my head, like I'm thinking Thai iced tea and I'm thinking maraschino cherry. So I'm like, okay, but no, I know what you mean. I'm remembering now that I was talking about it was my first Thai iced tea. Why do you keep pissing? Okay, that was a valid question though, because my sim kept pissing. And I was like, this isn't the environment to keep pissing. Few onset symptoms, post-nasal drip, but that's really it. Luckily, I've been having tea with honey and Mucinex to help. I hope that it's been helping. Definitely, like my throat again was a little bit funky. Hot tea helped. Hot tea definitely like helped soothe things. I hope that like this is the extent of your symptoms, and that like it passes. It seems like it. I'm not a doctor, but I know you know that based on the way that I speak. I'm like, it's probably a bit quite obvious, but what was I gonna say? I hope that this is the extent of your symptoms. Do not pursue coworkers. The advice is there. I personally done too much with coworkers. Yeah, because I'm like, I feel like I've heard like stories, but like it sounds like I understand the you were absolutely correct. Oh yeah. I feel like I've heard the stories. Yeah, everything that I know is from like hearing it from like other people. We work about 2 hours a day together. She works nights and I work mornings. I told another person, said to do it because, and they said to do it because him and his wife met through work. I would say it is a higher risk move, but people do it. So, but I will definitely advise that if you do pursue this, a few things. One, be prepared for them to not be interested and for that to be obviously if anyone's ever not interested in you, always that's their right. That's always okay. But like be prepared for that and to potentially still like work together. So if you feel like it's something that it would kind of hit you personally if they do not want to pursue anything, or if they don't have interest in you in that way, understand that that may be the response, and then you may have to work together immediately afterwards and going forward. So like it's like just understand that's I think like where like the weight of this can be. Yeah, that's what I would say to look out for. I mean, also bye, love. I just wanted to stop by. I hope TwitchCon went well and hope the rest of your week goes well. Mine hasn't been. Good luck with stream though. Oh, if you ever want to talk, oh my god, is my popcat right now a little Halloween popcat? That's so cute. I like forget about our Halloween emotes because I don't get to see them very often, and I haven't because I've been live. I mean, because I've been away for like the last week, I haven't been able to look at our 7TV emotes for Ween. But I hope that your week gets better. I hope that things get better. If you do want to talk about it at any point though, I'm here. Yeah, but sending you lots of love, and I hope you have a good cozy rest of your day or night. Yeah. But yeah, TwitchCon was so fun. Okay, I flew in. And what's weird about it too, I'm like, I don't even know where to begin. But like I flew in, or no, it's not even that. I have pictures from like the beginning because as soon as I got there, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take pictures. I'm gonna record. I was like, I brought my IRL phone and like my gimbal and stuff, and I was like, I am going to make the most of this in this way. And then I didn't take like any pictures. I took like some photos, but not really. I have like I kind of at least. I think that for the future, I'm like, for the future, what would I do? Did consider vlogging it, like vlogging my trip while there. But I also, I ended up just deciding not to. Like, I didn't end up bringing my Canon G7X. I was like, you know what? I think I assumed that I would just take pictures and stuff instead, and then we'd go through it on stream, and that's basically it. I was going to follow the friend's advice and feel the water first because I don't want to jump into it just for the backfire. So I might read the room first. Yeah, I would definitely say read the room. Get the vibe. I definitely just be prepared for, the variety of outcomes that can come from this. And then I would say take it from there. The situation better than me. It's just acknowledging the risks involved, but can't. The risks involved and the warnings that come with it from others. But yeah. But I will say, if you haven't considered just being like cool friends with this person, without any expectation of it ever being anything more, that's also something that I think is worth considering. That comes with a lot less risk and has a very, very high reward. Good friendships are so rewarding. I love my friends. I love my friends. I don't know. I think they're so cool. Let me see. Maybe lean into your intuition too, and if it feels like the right path, exactly. Yeah, these emotes are so cute. I love the emotes that you've been using, both here and on Discord. I actually have so some of the things that I've been wanting to do that like I've like thought about before TwitchCon, but like it was really just reaffirmed. So okay, oh god, we're gonna rewind. I'm gonna go backwards a little bit. So as y'all know, I go to a lot of panels at TwitchCon and I take a lot of notes and stuff. And so I always come back with like just like a list as I'm going through each panel. I have I have in my Notion, I have an organized TwitchCon 2025 page, and then within there I make a page for every single panel, and every single panel I will like just write bullet point notes on my phone like throughout that panel. I'll take pictures of all the slides as they come up so I can go back to them later. And then as ideas come to mind of like action items for me to do when I get back, then I have like a separate section where I'll write down each action item. So I came back and I looked at it. Let's see where it's at right now. And I did this for TwitchCon 2020. Yeah, TwitchCon 2024. I lightly did it for TwitchCon 2023 without the action items. TwitchCon 2020. Okay, maybe I do need to slow down. Maybe I do talk too fast. Is my voice also feels like it's a little bit gone. Maybe because I'm talking so much. I guess we are just chatting. TwitchCon 2024 was a little bit more organized. TwitchCon 2025, I set this system up before I even got there. But I have approximately, will it tell me how many of these I have selected? What if I turn this into a numbered list? Let's go numbered list. I got, okay, 17 main action items with like sub bullet points below some of them. And I have done maybe like one of them. I've done maybe one of them since I got back. But I got back like hours ago. I got back this morning. But yes, so I landed a remote. Wait, that's huge. They do not provide a machine. It's cloud-based. Should I be worried they can see my machine and what's on it? What should I do? How do you I'm like Kim might actually be able to answer this. But how do you like connect to, is it like you use, like, are you doing a remote connection from your own computer to their system? Because if you're doing that, I don't believe they should be able to see. I mean, it depends on like what they have you install on your computer. Like if they do have you set up stuff on your own computer for it. But if it's just like a remote desktop thing and like you have to sign into like a portal, or even if it's, I guess, in the browser, I don't know how smooth that experience is. But if you connect to a virtual machine like from there, usually should be fine. But it's a question of like if they have you install certain software on your computer to monitor what you're doing on your computer. But I feel like if they're doing it through like a virtual, like a remote connection, then they're doing that so your work is solely focused, like is solely limited to like that machine. So it doesn't, I don't think they would care to see what you're doing on your computer. Otherwise they would just have you do it on your computer that's what I would guess. Everything I'm saying is speculative. My knowledge is iffy. And also like, did they have you install anything else outside of like the portal software, or if it's like through a website? Definitely I get sad when I lose a friend just because I don't want to date them. Yeah. Most are like, yeah, we'll stay friends. And they go no contact for 5 years. Yeah. No, but like literally. And it's like, it's like things like that. That's why it helps it's just remembering. I don't even know. It's remembering that there are like other options. It's remembering that there are other options outside of like dating somebody. It's like, hey, you could just be like really like cool with this person. I feel like some people might dive a little like head first where they're like, I want to date this person. So like, that's the only thing that I am open to doing. But again, you can have like a first impression of someone and be like, ooh, I think they're hot and I like their personality. But that does not mean that you need to pursue them, or that needs to turn into anything more than just a cool friendship. Like, I think that all of my friends are hot. I think my friends are so cool and hot, and I want them to have the best of everything. But I like just being friends with them because it makes it so much more fun. Y'all can do like so much more. Yeah. I asked someone out who said she preferred to be friends, and I said that's fine, but then she ghosted me. Oh yeah, I'm sorry, but yeah, it's weird. I mean, when feelings are involved, like it gets so weird. And also like I feel like different people have like the realization of this type of thing when it comes to wanting to like, possibly wanting to date someone or like wanting to have someone around. I feel like I feel like so many people might have experiences with this on like either end of whether they were someone who's pursuing someone else or whether they've been pursued by someone else. But like, I think that I would imagine that it's something that a lot of people come across, and then it's a question of like how that thought process has like evolved in their brain as they've like grown up, because it's definitely an odd interaction. I feel like as we grow up, like maybe when you're little, obviously it depends, everyone's different and this doesn't apply to everybody, but for those that it does apply to, I feel like growing up, like you might have like crushes on people in your grade, or people might have crushes on you, or there might be like a pressure for people to, I don't know, like how many of y'all like in middle school like had like people like date. Like I feel like for me, like in middle school, like people like dated, I say it in quotes because it was like for like a week at a time. So it's very, very different than I would say it's been like in my, adult life. Like I would say like technically I feel like I dated people in middle school, but I think my first like actual relationship was like junior year of high school. That was like my first, I would say that's the first one that, while there's still a lot of lessons learned, there are always lessons learned with it all. That's like one that was like that was like a longer term, slightly more evolved, slightly more developed brain, still underdeveloped brain, but slightly more developed brain relationship. the way that I like view my relationships with other people in the world, and like, and relationship like across, like, not exclusive to like romantic things, but like my view on like people's like dynamics with each other and like interacting with people, and how I feel about myself and how I feel about others that I meet has really, it's evolved so much, like down to, I mean, it's always changing, like as you continue to live life and experience the world, I'm sure it continues to evolve, but the way that it's shaped into a place that I'm so happy with, like down to like, my mid 20s, like it really does, like even when I was like 21, let's say I'm 21, where you're in the US, you're a legal adult at 18, you're at 21, you can drink, that's basically like all the rights they give you at that point. Everything else is like, you can maybe rent a car at some point, but like usually, like, you think when you're 21, you think like you made it, you think that like you're there. I was so not there. There's the way that as I'm hoping to always grow in life, I have grown. I feel like I made such a big shift in terms of my own personal growth in a direction that I'm so happy with, like for in the several years, like even after that. I think that like maybe while there's a lot that's been like that refines over time, especially in the last like year or so, I've definitely seen some refinements. I definitely see a way bigger shift between like, up until for each year, up until maybe around like 24, 25. And then around there, that's like been a lot of like the main overarching framework shifts that I've seen. And then it's really narrowed down with like some like micro adjustments since then. But the way that my thought process, like if you ask me for advice at like 21, 22 versus 25, the difference there would be so much bigger than if you asked me advice at 25 and my current age now. Still different now though than at 25. I'm a very different person. Oh, I'm definitely a different person. Not as much of a shift though with the 5 years prior to that, or 4 years, I guess. But yes, tomorrow's supposed to be my first day. I would say I wouldn't be concerned about, or I wouldn't. Did they have you install, or did they have you install anything ahead of time, or are they going to walk you through stuff tomorrow? But I would say things that are on your personal machine, especially if they're not providing you with a machine, I would go in with the hope and assumption that they're not seeing what's on your machine. And I would, once you see like what they have you set up and what they have you install and how you interact with this stuff, feel free to like let me know, and I'll tell you if anything comes to mind of like what you could look out for. You can also like ask maybe like what like the scope of work should be like limited to, in terms of like, everything should be done on the machine. I don't actually, it depends on like what the vibe is. Cause like for me, realistically, like I'd be like, so like, how much control do you have over my device? Like, how I just be like flat out. But it obviously depends on the vibe. Like like at my last company, like I 100% would have, it was chill enough that I would like just get that information from them. I would just like ask, or like I would like dive into it. But it depends on what kind of vibe you have and like what kind of impression you want to leave. Cause it depends on the personalities. And like if they're doubtful still of your intentions. I don't mind staying friends with people. It's that so many of my relationships ended horribly, and now I'm terrified of even having crushes because my brain thinks it's going to end the same. That's totally fair. If it helps, you could still also have a crush on this person, and I mean, you could pursue. I honestly, what Kim said earlier of just feel the vibe, follow you. There's never any pressure to pursue it. And you could have feelings for someone and not pursue it. A big thing is coming down to making sure you don't have any expectations of this person as a result of having feelings for them, which is not an easy thing to do, understandably. Like when you like someone, like, and if they're not into you, internally, it can definitely feel a little like sad or like hurtful. I think your feelings and what you do with them are different things. But internally, it could feel hurtful if they're not into you. But as long as you're able to, that you can kind of distinguish between what you're feeling and how you're going to act around this person. I think that's going to be the biggest difference in like what can happen going forward. Did that make sense? I feel like I can rephrase that if needed. There was this one guy in elementary who proposed to a girl on the playground 6 times, and each time she rejected him, and he brought his grandmother's ring. I'm dying at the fact that like this is in elementary school. Also, hi, you store tidy whiteys. How are you? I hope you're well. How's your drink mate treating you? I'm making the most of. I missed mine so much. I was away from it for so long. I was away from so long, and I'm like, God, I needed this so badly. I needed my seltzer. Maybe my throat was bothering me because I didn't have my seltzer. That's definitely not it, but we can pretend. I'm well, thank you. It's treating me amazing. I'm so happy. Do you use flavors and stuff with it, or do you go plain? Speaking of which, one of the things that I've been thinking about adding to stream because I'm not doing a full overhaul of our channel point rewards, but I did go through them and I did see some room for things that I've been wanting to add for a while. I think I'm probably going to add for the seltzer counts. By the way, if any of y'all haven't claimed your seltzer, feel free. It's one channel point. And then the more seltzers you have, the more points you can get when you file for bankruptcy in here and a bunch of other things. But one of the things that I've been wanting to do is I might add, if y'all like flavors for your seltzer, I probably will add like a redeem for it, where you can set the flavor of your seltzer. I've been debating whether I set preset things or custom. I feel like it could be kind of fun with custom, because that's easy to set up. I think if I used my standard banned words list, I can moderate that appropriately. Because honestly, look, if I'm when it comes to streaming, I'm always ready for, I think you can never control what people are going to say or do, but you can put as many protections as you can to reduce the chances of someone saying something harmful or hurtful. So I think that if someone ever does come in with bad intentions and does try to put a nasty seltzer name, and I don't mean nasty in flavor, because look, cheese juice is delicious if you ask me, but let's say you're not into cheese juices. I know some of you have been very explicit about how you feel. But let's say you have like a cheese juice flavored seltzer. That's fine. If you're gonna put something that's like, that makes it past my banned words list, then that just gives me a new edge case. It's, if anything, don't try it. Don't penetration test my seltzers. But just know, that if anything, at least I'll have a takeaway from it. We get to watch someone get banned, and we refine our moderation just a teeny bit. But yes, I'm actually, yeah. All right, I've decided I'm doing custom. So I feel like that'd be kind of fun. Custom salty flavors. There's a few more stuff I still have not implemented. We still haven't fully implemented. This was when we were in our co-working era, like a month ago. But we haven't fully implemented the raffling away your points, but I kind of want to see what that's like. I might put that in. I'll try to put that in. But yeah, we are going to have more, I feel like in terms of channel points, I used to update them like every month. I would just like add more. I went on a rampage once I discovered like the stream effects. Like if you look at between star power, spicy time, focus, buggy, nostalgia, what are they, baddies, entrance, sag mode, anonymous mode, mermaid, magic, glitch mode, overrated, and confused. Most of those were added in a short span of time because I downloaded like 1 or 2 OBS plugins that I'm like, you can do anything here. And then so we did everything. But I'm like, it's been so long. It's been so long since I've updated them for the most part. So I kind of want to do like a mini little overhaul because yeah, I think last time I really added those was oh my God, that was in my OG room. That was the OG setup. Shit. But yes, it was like 4th grade and a huge crowd was around it. Oh my God. I don't even know. I don't know if people ever say anything negative about these, but it sounds so real. And these are like the regular Apple headphones. It sounds so real every time. Apologies if you're wearing headphones or not, honestly. Get jump scared, maybe. God, I'm like the worst person to say that because that happens for me for everything. But yes, same. Otherwise, it's just spicy water. Oh yeah, I do use flavors. I cannot drink plain seltzer. Something about the TV static flavor just hits for me. It scratches my throat nicely. Like it's pleasant, but I do like flavors. Like at my old office, they did have flavors. Like you can customize. They had like little machines you could not type in. You would like click which flavors. If different machines, they had several machines actually. Different machines that have different like flavor buttons, and you could select the amount of each flavor. So you can just make your own little combos and stuff. And I really did enjoy flavors in that capacity. But I think the biggest thing that stopped me from doing flavors is I drink so much of it that I don't. It's just like I would need to the investment. Yeah, because I drink maybe like 4 of those liter bottles. I probably refilled some. Kim, oh my god, Kim, thank you so much for the 500 subs. That's huge. 5 more people. Don't get ads in here for the next I forgot about this too. I haven't seen this in so long. Oh my God. That's so sweet. That is so sweet. 5 people don't get ads in here thanks to you. That's so cool. They can now enjoy the next month of emails and ads and emotes and no ads. Just gonna drop. Thank you. That's so kind. Oh my God. Because we've been running for something that we started over the last like month or two is I've been running ads every hour, 3 minutes of it. So I can disable pre-rolls for the hour because I realized that like anyone that's coming in at any point during the stream was getting hit with an ad immediately. So I was like, oh damn, I feel like if that happened to me, like I would not want to stay. So we've been doing that. So like now it really does make a very big difference when it comes to people, like people's experience in the stream. So 5 more people no longer have to face that for the next month, and they get access to our emotes, which I'm also hoping to populate the rest of. I'm going to be going through, I think for the rest of this week, I'm again going off that TwitchCon motivation. I'm honing in a little bit on filling in all of the gaps of like features that we haven't been fully utilizing. So I just, yeah, there's so much that I'm gonna be adding in. There's so much that I've listed out that I'm gonna be adding in, but I'm hoping to, for the next upcoming streams, be able to have like new info or like new reveals for each of them for like the next like 3 or 4 streams, and we should probably have everything by then. I also, tonight, one of the things that we're going to be doing after I go through some TwitchCon stuff is we're going to be going through. So this Saturday, we have our Halloween cocktail special, which is something that we've done for the last 2 years, where we basically, we're in the kitchen and our kitchen setup. We make a couple of drinks, a couple of cocktails. I'm hoping to introduce some mocktails this year, so that if you want to make something and you want something non-alcoholic, you can do that. I'm still trying to figure out if I'm going to let it. I don't think I'm going to drink them all fully, but maybe with some mocktails I can. If I do like 2 mocktails and 3 cocktails, and I alternate them, it'll really slow down the pace of alcohol that I consume. So maybe I should do that. But yes, I'm hoping to look at some recipes tonight, do some exploration. We'll do some stuff that's a little bit different than last year and the year before. The last 2 years, we did do that fire recipe that was kind of cool. This year, we'll probably do something different. But I think I can find some fun cocktails that are not Halloween related, and then we can Halloweenify them using some glitter or an alternative color of one of the liquors that we use. But yes, I hope to join for a co-working stream someday. I hope we do another one soon. They're really fun. I do enjoy them. I am hoping to. Oh, I also have schedule updates that I'll tell you about in a moment too for streams going forward after this week, because I didn't plan for them this week. And also because of like Weed Month and because we haven't gotten to do all the things we want to do. Like I still have some crafting stuff that I want to have in here. The schedule this week is still different than what I think it's going to be going forward, but we are going to be back to night streams for the most part, with an option to possibly have some day streams sprinkled back in whenever I'm looking to like lock in and get stuff done. Because those co-working streams, that's again when I get the most done. I am so productive during those, and it's impressively, like, I don't even know. It's impressively effective. Like for me, even if it's just me. Also, Chickern, enjoy. Where's your seltzer? Enjoy your 61st seltzer. Came to claim and dip. No worries at all. That's the goal. That's the goal with the seltzies. I want you to be able to come in and just like take one at least, so you can get that count going. Yeah. To even get the meal yesterday. Oh my God. To get even, not to even, I can't even read. Someone who reads chat on day to day. To get even for the meal yesterday when I insisted on paying. That was so sweet of you. Truly, thank you. Damn it. I guess this one was out of my control. But thank you so much for the gifted subs. That really is huge. It means a lot. It helps so much. And it really does shape the experience of people in here, which is like what I just want it to be like the best. But yes. I would get nothing done for whatchamacallit. Would this be for like a co-working stream? I want to see one of your streams is like, do you have VODs? I got back today. Oh God. All right, we'll do we'll do like a light run through of everything. But like I need to tell you how my trip ended. Like I need to tell you how my trip ended, like getting back here. Cause that is its own story. That is its own story that I have not been in, as this hasn't, something that hasn't happened before, but it's fine. It's fine. We pushed through, and honestly, it was a test of it's a test of whether I practice what I preach, and I really do feel the way that I think I feel. But yes, I previously drank so much soda. I feel like anything bubbly needs to be sweet. Honestly, understandable. The reason why I started drinking seltzer was because I also used to drink so much soda. Also in Argentina, they drink seltzer all the time. So it could be, I think I was used to drinking unflavored seltzer. God, I love the way they do in Argentina. They got those like, you know, that seltzer spray bottle, the squirt bottle in Toontown. That's basically what all the seltzers like in Argentina. Not really what all, but like those are like a standard. Like they bring those around like the milkman, but it's like cartons of like the seltzer spray bottles. Then you leave them out and they go, they refill and bring them back. I was already used to drinking seltzer when I was in Argentina, and then at home I would drink so many different like sodas, like sweet sodas and stuff. And I think I switched to seltzer to reduce my like soda consumption at home. And because I was already used to, I had never had flavored seltzers at that point in life, and like I was already used to like plain seltzer, so I think I just started drinking those. But I would buy the bottles in bulk. We'd buy the bottles, and so they were very heavy to like go out and get and bring in. So then eventually, that's when having a machine ended up really helping here. Friday was a weird day. 3 job offers. Oh my God. First of all, congratulations. Congratulations. Even applying, like going through the process for 3 jobs, it's already like a lot. God, the number of career people I was around yesterday. I have picture like a whatever you picture like a boardroom being like with like business people just like saying like business words. That's basically Kim knows. That's basically what it was like yesterday, walking through swarms of business people. There were so many business people yesterday. Everyone had badges and stuff. It was so interesting. But yes. Sorry, where was I? Oh wait, the spicy water, the soda. Oh wait, 3 job offers and accepted one. Oh, I also missed a message. I'm gonna go back. And I interviewed for a 4th that I know is stalking me on LinkedIn ever since that I haven't heard back from. The one I accepted wants me to work 10 to 6. Okay, so night shift. This other one I never heard back from wants me to work 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Both remote. I'm thinking maybe do. Oh my God, ad's gonna start. Oh, okay, ad's starting in like 3 minutes as a heads up. If you do stick around for the ads, you will get compensated with points every single minute. My bot will automatically distribute points for your time and patience. So feel free to slots and gamble during that time too, even if you can't even see what's going on stream. But wait, after TwitchCon, I never want to drink again until that's what it feels like. And yet I say that, and then in 4 days, I'm going to be drinking alcohol in my kitchen to the point where I might have to turn off streams. I honestly forgot about it for a second because when you're at TwitchCon, like I feel like my brain is in like a whole different mode. And I did pace myself. I paced myself pretty well for the weekend, but it's just like between like the low sleep and like just consuming anything, it really does like just hit. I feel like it just like wears down your body. And yet on Saturday night, catch me drinking. I kind of want to make more pina colada type stuff. That was delicious. That was so refreshing. I'm going to go with a refreshing bevy. One of them is going to be a refreshing bevy. But we'll go through it when we look at everything tonight. But sorry, I would say, Robbie, follow what works for you. 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and then 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. will give you 4 hours of time in between each. I think that one of the parts of I know it's tempting. Obviously, you know your financial situation, you know what you're capable of. I also think that you can thrive the most when you have time for yourself, when you have time to both sleep and then be awake and not be working for your job. So I know, so these are definitely it's a very tight window. So I think that this will make it very hard to do that. But follow your heart. But I do think that there is value, when it comes to, again, your financial situation. So you follow that, follow your own intuition, your own gut first. But I think that there is, in terms of like the money that you would make from working that much, there is also value that you are losing by not sleeping and giving your brain a healthy amount of time to not be working, so that you can like exist and like feel happy emotions. Unless you feel like you could do it like temporarily and you're just trying to like save up for something and you think you might like not stick around for one of them or something. But yeah, that's the only like note I would have that I would consider for myself should I be in your situation. But yes, also raffle is live for 28,000 points. If you want to enter, type an excellent join in the chat, you could possibly win some. Oh my God, I missed the raffles too. God, I'm talking so much. Essaying. Oh, also, damn, sorry, that was so fast. I didn't even realize that it was going on. Gary's Katie. Between the meat raffles and this, stocking up points. But yeah, also, how's Noza? I feel like I haven't heard about Noza in a little bit. I miss her. I was going through, so with Halloween stuff, I what was I doing? I have like, so you know in The Sims you have like a holiday box, like holiday decorations in a box. I basically have one of those IRL, and it's just like the Christmassy holiday stuff that we do on stream, like the stuff that we did, you know, last year and the year before, and then some Halloween bits. And I found the ornaments that we painted last year, and I saw the Noza one, and I was like, this is so cute. I miss this. Also, Speed, enjoy your 278th seltzer. Hi, I hope you're well. You don't need to chat if you want to lurk today, but I hope you had a good week. I hope you had a good weekend. Missed you so much. My Uber this morning said, nah, TwitchCon is way fucking cooler than that dumb LinkedIn thing. And he was so cool. He shared his 8-bit house and EDM. He's, oh my God. He produced with me and wants me to do cover art for his. That's, damn, what a cool interaction. That's so sick. Holy crap. It's also cool that like they knew like the vibe of TwitchCon. Like I'm glad like we leave a good, oh, ads have started. Pain, I'm so sorry. Adge. Apologies. Unless you have turbo, then shout out turbo users. But yes, but no worries. Feel free to gamble away if you're getting points during this. 30k points, nice. Okay, sick. But yeah, I feel like that's so sick. I'm glad that like TwitchCon has at least like a positive impression in like the area because the area is full of obviously it's near a convention center. Have you tried? Oh, is it Guarana? Is that the no? Is that the mate or no? No, it's drink. Nope, that is different. Oh no, I'm probably thinking of a. What is the mate drink that also starts with a G? It is a guarana flavored. Am I saying this right? By the way, I could be saying this so wrong. Flavored soft drink. I don't think I have, but this looks good as hell. What does it taste like? Like I want to know like what it's like adjacent to in terms of flavor. God, it's also so cool that like it's so I love like meeting like the little interactions, like meeting someone where like you end up like finding like something in common. Like it's so cool like when you have like a friend and then you think about how you first met and it was like a one-off interaction. Not even, I mean, it didn't end up being a one-off, but like it was like a quick interaction, like when you were in line somewhere or like you ran into them or like they like complimented something you were wearing and then you started talking and like it's like little things like that and you're like, damn, that's so weird because it seemed like such a small isolated moment and it's led to like the still longer term like friendship and or connection and or both. So I'm currently checking something. Whenever you see me getting flashbanged, it's because I'm checking something that I'm going to tell you about. That I'm going to tell you about soon. The most eventful part of my last 24 hours, I would say. Sometimes I can't even trust my gut because it's lactose intolerant. I feel like lactose intolerant people are our strongest soldiers. Lactose intolerant people are like y'all. I feel like y'all see it as a challenge. like like y'all. I feel like everyone that I know that's lactose intolerant. Um, they don't even deny their lactose intolerance, but they really like put it to the test. And you know what? I get it because I probably would do the same thing too. I mean, I guess we all are to some degree, but the people where it really hits, yeah. She's good. She's laying between me and Maniac right now, and as silly as always. Oh, I'm so happy. Does she play with toys and stuff like regularly now? I remember when it was like a newer thing. The nose ornament, yeah, I love it. I can't wait. We're setting up the tree again this year. Now, ask me, do I have a place to put it? I'm just going to jump ahead. No, but I probably will still, you know what? What if I put it in front of my little herbs and then I just move it in front of stream? Because I can plug it in. So you see where my fan is over there? I could plug in the tree there. The tree is like, it's like 7 feet tall. Oh, what if I do miniature tree? Miniature tree. I think I should do a smaller tree. I was really determined. I was so determined to get that 7-foot tree that one time. But that tree, by the way, it like I was like, why do I have like these like red dots all over my arms? It's because it poked the shit out of me. It was so it like reaching in to like separate the branches and everything like was just demolishing my body. Now it should be good. The one I guess I should like I mean my parents currently have that tree because I don't have any storage space here for it. But I think if I get like a 4-foot tree, I can like bring it out during stream over there. I mean, we'll see how much of like a disturbance it is. So we have this table over here that I leave out and folded. We have like a good, what's our pathway? Shout out my downstairs neighbors for that, by the way. Yeah, I see potential. I love cheese, etc. Too much to give it up. That's the thing. That's I'm like, it's so good. So like, I get it. I understand. That's why I think you're our strongest soldiers. I'm like, y'all go through hell. Y'all are willing to enter the battlefield because you know how much you enjoy it. Like it's like you can choose to live more peacefully and miss out, and it's an active choice every single day to wake up and say no. I am going to. I am signing up for battle. It's I mean for the reward, honestly, high key. True. I will still ask for whipped cream on my drinks and eat ice cream and cheese because it's so good. Was I supposed to make whipped cream? I think I was supposed to make whipped cream for something. Well, couldn't have been important. Just need to take a lactate sometimes. And honestly, how like effective would you say it is? Like for you? Just buy the pills with the enzymes. Oh yeah, is that lactate? Is that what it is? Some of these messages, I'm like, do I read this out loud? Do I want to hear? Do I want to evoke a snippet of my voice saying this? Sorry, jeans. I'm still eating this. It's like a little like apology. It's like kind of like, you know, being just like, I don't even know. It's like a little thing that you say before you take a bite into your ice cream. You just kind of speak to the universe. You share your you share your condolences. You give a public or an outward acknowledgement of that you know what you were about to face. Have to take Nexium consistently for it to be effective. Ooh, what's Nexium? So it can take a few days. Interesting. I don't. Wow, I know a lot less about the journey of lactose intolerant people than I thought I did. Yes, she does. She loves her toys. I'm so glad. Okay, I'm glad. Y'all are such a loving household. I feel like every time I see Noza, she's so happy. You know what? I feel like I did see a series of photos of her a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, I feel like I did. When we did like a mini, like we didn't even do like a planned pet show and tell, but like we like low key did. I remember we did like a little pet show. I love looking at pictures of people's pets. I feel like it's so fun because they're always so cute. It's cool seeing like their like interactions. I just joined in. Wait, this is weird. I just joined in and I just found out today that I'm not lactose intolerant. Also, hi Relic B. What? How did you find out? Did you like do like a test, or did you just like consume like an absurd amount of dairy and have like standard bowel movements? Oh, never mind. Okay. I feel like finding out that you are, never mind. Finding out that you are sounds, I understand. I feel like I would understand that a lot more than finding out that you're not. Dude, it's also so funny. Well, I mean, what is funny about this also is that the whole word "not" is in there versus like "can" and "can't." Because sometimes like I'll send a message and I'll send "can't" or "can" instead of the other one, or like I'll try to say "can" and I'll accidentally send "can't" because like a little typo or like a little autocorrect, but they're so close and just like one character off, maybe two if we're talking about proper autocorrect. But and I'm like that just conveys the exact opposite of what I wanted to say. I have to like set a correction versus a typo where you're like, I'm going home, and then you accidentally like type like an R instead of the E in home. So, but like if here, like you got the whole word in there. What the duck, right? Yeah, God. The way that when duck kept like when the duck autocorrect kept hitting growing up, because it was a very effective one growing up. I think eventually they learned that people can just say the word fuck. But when duck kept happening, I forgot that duck was like a word. I'm like, or like I keep like I don't. My brain was like, what? It keep autocorrecting it to duck, but I'm like, that doesn't make sense. Like that's not a word. And I'm like, that is not only is it a word, it's at least two that I know of. It has at least two different meanings that I use on a regular basis. Maybe duck, quack. I use them both on a regular basis. I think maybe. It's the complicated world of English. It's true. Literally, English is extraordinarily confusing. It's, period. That's the whole end of the sentence, I guess. Like that's like the. I was like, no more information. Like that's like just where the sentence ends. It is. Yeah, it's complicated as hell. Between the exceptions and like, I feel like for me, do you know what's been getting to me lately? I feel like I'm pretty standard or I'm pretty decent when it comes to at least grammar. I like documenting things. I feel like one of my strengths is communicating, especially when it comes to like in a work environment. I'm like, as if any future employers are watching this right now. But I feel like I'm very good at communicating things, especially like with like emails, with messages. I like to use tone indicators when I'm like communicating with like friends or like socially. But the one that like, and I'm like, my then and then, my like there and there, like those for me, like saved. Like I'm good. Like I don't need to. Like I don't need to think twice about it. Like I've made it. I've when I learned it, it stuck with me. I'm very grateful for it too, because I know that it's not. Sometimes when something doesn't stick, it doesn't stick. An example for me is past and past, like when something, and like it's like I keep looking it up, and that's like I keep having to look it up when I'm typing because I doubt myself too much. But like when I say like something has passed, or this passed me, or like I tweeted something, I think I tweeted like this past weekend. I tweeted something today, this morning. I shout out by the way my Twitter. I'm like trying to like start posting on there again because I feel like it's kind of fun. Although it might get kind of spammy. We'll see. I might just post whatever. Like I might post like I used to. I used to post all day, all the time, like 2015, 2016. I'd be like sitting at the gym and like I'd be like, toilet paper is like a butt tissue. Like I would just say I don't even know. No, never mind. It wasn't a butt tissue. It was an ass napkin. Yeah. I don't know why that's one that comes to mind every time. I think it's because it's probably one of like the weirdest thoughts that I've had while sitting at like my, my chest flies machine. Butt tissue is also accurate. I guess that is true. Sorry for like the mental pictures that you might be getting from watching stream today. Yeah. It changes dick to duck too. I heard. My friend told me. His name is Robbie. What a coincidence that your name is Robbie and your friend's name is Robbie. Very, very, very interesting. Do y'all have the same social security number? Why don't we all? No, don't. I don't even want to. I'm scared to joke about it because I don't want anyone to actually send their stuff. Don't dox yourselves on the internet. But yes. Yes. I posted a couple pics of nose in Discord. Oh, heck yeah. Can I pull them up on stream? Let me also do this. Got my to-do list. My stomach is kind of grumbly. Do you know what's wild though? I saved so much food. Should we make food tonight? Do I make pad see ew tonight? I have the ingredients to make pad see ew because I was supposed to make it before stream. Oh shit. Let me take my tofu out of the freezer so I can make pad see ew tomorrow. Should I make pad see ew tomorrow? You know what? You know what I do? Okay, so if y'all ever played Toontown, they have different like there are different like poses that they do. Like you can like do like different like animations. And one of them is like a foot tap, like when like you're waiting for something. And I think about it every time. I'm always like, okay, wait, you can't see the foot. Just it's off cam, and I don't feel like adjusting the camera. But just no, pretend like you saw the foot. Take like a screenshot of the screen, and then just like draw a little foot at the bottom, and then pretend it's going up and down. It's only 2 frames of animation, and it'll look pretty smooth. Shaylin, oh my God, Shaylin, we didn't see each other this year. You were there though, right? I mean, like I know you're supposed to be there, but I also know that there are people who were supposed to be there that ended up not being able to go last minute. Did you go? I should have messaged you. It was this year was so interesting. I'll get into my thoughts on this year actually too. If y'all have any questions also about it, feel free to ask. But this year was different than last year. I would say TwitchCon wise. But I loved this year. I had such a good time at TwitchCon this year. But it was very different than last year. And last year, the thing is, last year was my second TwitchCon, but my first San Diego TwitchCon. So when you only have 2 data points, you notice the differences between the two. Like it's like one or the other. There are only 2 options. So it's like, whoa, this is very different. If I went to like 5 TwitchCons in San Diego, then I would have like an average of like what it's supposed to be like. So then it would feel like, okay, this kind of fits into the bucket. It was a little bit more leaning in this direction versus this direction when it comes to certain aspects. But yes. I did end up eating the leftover pad see ew, by the way, but had no microwave in the room. Honestly, it was still, I was going to say, I feel like it's still good when it's cold. I still would have done that too. But maybe I should take the tofu out of my freezer. If I do though, I'm done freezing it. I'm scared of freezing it that many times. But yes. Okay, of course. Okay, sick. Wait, I want to show y'all Noza. If y'all haven't seen Noza, get a load of this cutie patootie. We followed Noza journey from day 1, honestly. Where is this? Also, if y'all ever want to see any of the stuff in Discord, if you're not in the Discord server and you want to be, no pressure to ever be in the Discord server, by the way, but if you want to be in the Discord server and you want to see any updates when we're live, which again, I'm going to start reiterating our stream schedule on stream too, so it'll be a little bit more clear, but that's where you'll see like the latest. And then you can also share pictures of food you have or animals you see or pets that you have or anything that you want to share in here in general. We also have a counting channel where we just count up. And I love counting up. Counting is like my 17th favorite thing to do. Maybe 18th. I haven't I'm between it. It's a whole other thing. So I got to mark some stuff as unread whenever I click onto a channel. Cause I'm like, wait, I'm not ready to see this yet. Because whenever I look at stuff, especially when I'm looking at like photos, I like to give you like my actual genuine reaction. So like I don't like to just like look at it and be like, okay, cool. So like if I open it up by accident, like I'll click on the channel and like I'll see their stuff there, I'll just like mark as unread and I'm like, I'm gonna open this later when like I'm not when like I can like actually sit and look at it. How knows it? This is so cute. Okay, wait. Look at baby. Oh wait, hold up. There we go. I've got to close my OBS. Look at baby Noza and Noza's teeth. The sweetheart. Look at this sweetheart. She looks so happy and cozy. Is she under a blanket? I posted another one. Oh, wait. Because she looked absolutely ridiculous. These are so cute. She's a little mush. I love her. She has a sweatshirt on and is under a blanket. She's probably so cozy. What's the temperature like in your home? That sounds like a really, I don't know if that's like a personal question, but like, is it like cold and cozy to wear a blanket, or is it pretty neutral, but like she likes the softness of it all? Um, so, so I met this weirdo would it be like, is it, so when saying your whole username, because I've been calling you Kim, would it be like Kimu or Kimu? Because I keep thinking Kim, but if I see the U, I would guess Kimu. But when I see Kim, I would say Kim. But my name technically is spelled, I say it as Johnny, but it's technically spelled as like Joni. Like if someone says Joni, I'm like, I get why you say it like that. Because like, I guess technically if you're like going by the way that it would be pronounced in the English language, then that's how they would say it. But I also realized that in Spanish, because I spelled it like that because of the way I spelled it in Spanish growing up. But in Spanish, I guess they do technically say something that's closer to Joni in Spanish. Like I would say like Shoni. Or I guess it like, but like again, it'd be like the beginning. What would it be like without Johnny? Johnny? How would I say it without the Argentinian accent? Johnny, maybe. And that kind of sounds like, because I would say like Shawnee. I would say almost like an SHJGD situation. Like the way you would say huge. Something like that. It's like a soft J, soft G. I don't even know. Languages are so confused. We just talked about this. But I'm like, damn, in Spanish, I kind of am saying Joni, I guess. But in English, I like saying Johnny. And then I already committed to it. I locked in at like age 13 or 14. So we're stuck like this, but I like it. I'm happy with it. You know, even if that's, we like the variety, I guess. It's cold and cozy. Oh, she's probably so happy. She looks so happy. What's this in the back? Is this a toy? Is this one of the toys? I'm going to guess it is, but I also could totally be misreading this. I know. She's just so, I just want to pet her. I feel like she's so cozy. I've been thinking about, I would love to just like have like a pet here. My friend also posted her cats on her stories the other day, and I'm like, I want to have cats at home. Most people just call me Kimo or Kim. So Joni is right, because I remember you or someone else said Johnny. Yes, I say Johnny. I say it like jaw and knee. But technically, if I were to show this to like someone who like is following some type of like English pronunciation rules that are established in United States public schools, whatever that may mean, because like language is always evolving. But like let's say they were going off of the rules they learned in third grade, and they see Jony, they would say Joni. And I didn't understand at first, but I'm not peeing right now, but okay. So if we're looking over here, let's look here. Here's a little lesson that I've this is how I understand it. So where's my camera's not mirrored. Okay. There. 1N, long sound. Oh, I think. That's how I didn't understand this. 2N's, short sound. Ah. So like it'd be like Johnny would be this, or with an H, you get that John in there. And then here would be Joni. And the reason why, let's say what's another word? Dinner and diner. And this also, I don't even know if this is like how the rule is, but this is how I've just noticed this pattern. So this is how I remember for myself, because I didn't understand. I think one end, I'm like, okay, diner, I, like it's the long I sound, versus if you have 2N's, dinner. Sorry, that way, that way. Is that spelled correctly? Now it doesn't even look like a word. If I misspelled dinner, ignore me. But yeah, so I'm like, okay, that's why people keep saying Joni. But yeah. So I determined my name verbally, and then I never changed the spelling in English verbally, and then I never changed the spelling in English. I just spelled it the way that I wrote it out in Spanish, because nobody called me when I was really really little. People just called me Jonathan. Shout out to my government name. People just call me Jonathan though, and then in Spanish though, everyone called me Johnny or Choni. Like that's like all my family would call me that. Like that's just like what it was. So then when people started, I don't remember how people started calling me Johnny in the U.S. or like in English, but like at some point, maybe in like third grade or something like that, maybe sometime in like early, not even middle school, like pre-middle school, I guess it's elementary school. People just started calling me. I think it was one of my like gymnastics teammates maybe did, and then like I liked it, so I carried it into like my school grade. But I still spelled it the way that I spelled it in Spanish, and so I did that for so long that I was just like, yeah, I guess in English that's technically Johnny, and then I spell it like this because it's how my family spells it. And then here we are. I need hair advice. Yes, ask away. Now I can give you hair advice from someone who is still obviously on their journey of learning, but I've learned so much over the last like year or so. Lily! Oh my God, wait, Shaylin. That reminds me, because I was gonna be like, Lily, I feel so bad that I didn't get to see you this year because I know you couldn't make it. This year was interesting. Wait, this year was interesting. Was my 4th TwitchCon, 3rd in San Diego. Do you have any thoughts that you want to share about this year that was like in any direction? Could be neutral thoughts, but like observations that you made, because I have my observations that I made for like this year's TwitchCon. So let me go back over here. I have thoughts on just a lot. It was different this year than it was last year. Sorry, where was I? It's her toy bin. Well, one of her toy bins. Just a very properly and appropriately spoiled little baby. What about John? Sounds very New Jersey. John, honestly, I used to go by John on the internet actually, just not spelled like that. I've never actually, that's exactly how I should have written it. But I used to go by John. So I used to, with my YouTube videos, I used to be on a channel, with my sister, and we went by John Sam Co. My sister's name is Sam. I went by John. That was just like our thing. And that was like our bit. So because of that, because of the name of our channel, I just always went by John. And like there were a bunch of like sketches and vlogs and stuff. So like we would always say each other's names, especially in our sketches. Like our sketches they were like slash pause slash like positive, so dumb in the best way. Like they were definitely very like silly. At least at the time. I have a very hard time watching them back now because I was like 13. My voice was several octaves like higher, where like I feel like I didn't sound like myself. Like I'm like watching back and I'm like, oh my God, I was a little baby. Like I was so like I was just a little I felt so young. But so I went by John because of our username, because like, you know, we did the name because it felt right, like, you know, John, Sam, both 3 letters, and then Co just together. I don't know. This was like 2009. And so I went by John on the internet for a while. And my old YouTube channel, which I just renamed so if you go to my YouTube channel right now, which is 1111 !11. Hell yeah. Okay, new vlog is not, it's not a new vlog. It's been out since like July. That's just, I guess, what it does. But if you go to my YouTube channel, which is now Johnny Says, it used to be called Note to John. And that was like my personal YouTube channel. So I had one with my sister, and then eventually, once like we weren't living together anymore because of like college and growing up, I made my own, and throughout high school, I was uploading there and into college as well. So it's called Note to John. So I was still John in that era. And then the only time I started introducing Johnny to my online persona was early on, but it was exclusively limited to Twitter, because I made a Twitter account. I made a Twitter account in 2010, maybe. I made my YouTube channel in 2009. I made a Twitter account in 2010. I had different usernames on every platform. I had a different like Formspring username. I had a different, on YouTube, it was still just John Sam Co, because I didn't have my own channel at the time. On Daily Booth and stuff, I think I was like, I don't even know. I had a different username on everything. So on Twitter, I was like, what's my Twitter username? Well, you say things here. This is where you speak, I guess, or whatever. So I'm going to do just Johnny Says. I think I was going to do like John Says, but maybe I think John being 3 letters or being a little bit shorter and like 1 syllable versus, I mean, Says is also 1 syllable. Says. Yeah. But I think like it felt imbalanced. So I just went with Johnny Says, because I think people in real life were calling me Johnny at that point in time. And then, so I was only Johnny Says on there, and I never really like explicit, like on the internet I was still known as John, and so it's still like I'm still like familiar with it. Like I feel like even I don't even like, yeah, so I'm used to, so like some like my older YouTube friends like Brianna I've known since, again, I was like 13, so like if like y'all call me John, like it doesn't even sound off because I'm so used to it. Like it was how it's just, yeah. But I think most people call me Johnny now. But like honestly, like I'm very not particular about it. I'm like whatever works. You know, sometimes like someone just like something just sits right with someone. Like if they're like if it's just like their vibe, the way the energy that we have between each other and like how we like interact with each other. Like they want to say John, if they want to say Jay, if they want to say Johnny. Some people even go Jonathan. Jonathan just sounds so like business to me because I feel like there's so many letters in there. But there are people who still do call me Jonathan in like work environments. I go by Jonathan kind of because I feel like it sounds more. I don't know. Nothing. A name is there's no such thing as a professional sounding name, but it sounds like more like formal, maybe, or maybe more letters. I don't know, or maybe just because it's my legal name, so I'm already entering it places, so I'm like, it's fine. I know it just ended, but was TwitchCon okay this year? I feel like I haven't seen people post as much about it as last year. Yes, so I loved it, but it was different. It was so different, and you were there last year, so I can explain differences that we experienced from last year and this year. I'm growing my hair out too. Right now, it's like just above shoulder length. I'm trying to figure out how to sleep with it. Oh yes, I feel like it always gets stuck, like under my shoulders on the pillow. Makes a lot of sense. Yes. Does it also get really hot? It's too short to put up in a bun. So I was wondering if you have any suggestions from what your hair. Okay, so when my hair was that length, I'm taking this out because I'm going to show you. When my hair was that length, it was not. I was not doing any hair care. I didn't know that like you can do things beyond like shampoo and conditioner in a shower. Like I didn't even like understand the value of conditioner at the time. Now it's very different. Like now I'll use shampoo like twice a week. I'll use conditioner every shower. I have leave-in conditioner. I have a curl cream and I have gel or mousse that I use strategically depending on like what I'm trying to do with my hair later that day. I'll almost always use leave-in. The curl cream I'll use if I keep my hair down. And if I do a curl cream, I'm almost always using a gel or a mousse afterwards too to kind of lock it in. And I've tried using not like skipping on some of them and like observing the results, and there's been like a noticeable difference in them. So I think I understand, and none of them have been like necessarily like bad, but I've noticed how the hold of my hair is different. Your hair texture plays a role as well. Is your hair straight or does it have any other texture to it? Plane's finally taking off, so Wi-Fi may not be great. We'll catch you later. Thank you, Kim, for coming in. My mom would be impressed by your routine. She's a hairdresser. Oh my god, I'll take any advice from your mom too if you get any. But if you, I have a safe flight. I hope that everything is smooth, and I hope that you have good luck with everything on your time home and everything else that comes afterwards. I'm like, I won't talk to your plans, but I hope that you have a smooth flight back. And thank you for coming in and talking. Thank you again for the 5 gifted subs, which is huge. Again, 5 people got gifted subs today from Kim. That was so sweet of you. Oh yeah, we did get the 1111s. But yes, but super tidy whities. Yeah, let me know what your hair texture is. If it's straight or if it's, I feel like if it's straight or if it's not straight. And then if it is like wavy or like more curly, that will give more info. I'm by no means obviously an expert. And I think other people here actually, I've learned a lot from other people who are in chat right now. So they may also be able to provide some useful information. And then also everyone's hair is a little bit different. So some like smaller bits might work better for some people versus others, but it's usually acknowledged whenever someone's giving advice or like, this is what works for me. But usually, but there are general like things that I think help that may apply across the board. But yes. Noza was just licking my laptop, so I think she's trying to give everyone here some kisses. Give her a little smooch for me. Do I have is there? I do have a smoocher's emote, but that one's it's a little intense. Shout out Wigfoot for adding that one years ago. But yes. Let me see. I have waves and slight curls in some sections. My hair is also pretty fine, so I don't love doing a curl routine because it really weighs it down. Okay, cool. A light curl cream could still help. I would definitely recommend, well, I mean, when showering, well, I guess you're asking specifically about sleeping. So for sleeping, I actually sleep with my hair up. I will do a very loose, I know you said you can't really tie it. Can you tie it up enough to just have your hair like be up even with like one light wrap with like a scrunchie? Like I have a scrunchie in right now. I usually wear a black scrunchie so it blends in with my hair. Maybe if I zoom in. Actually, I don't want to zoom in. You'll see like the dry bits in I need to wash my hair. I didn't get to wash my hair when I came back. I was only able to do a body shower. Again, I got back like how many hours ago? No, more than 12 hours ago. But yes, I recommend using a 10 light leave-in and using a mousse to define your curls since it's not as heavy as gel. Yes, that. Let me also move you up a little bit. All right, sick. So sweet. Oh, you're so nice. It was so fun. It was so fun. Oh God, it was so pretty too. But I highly recommend the Japanese Friendship Garden in San Diego. Beautiful, absolutely stunning. It's something that I did on my last day of the trip with Kim. I didn't know that I was there. I would do that again every single year. Perfect way to like end the trip. It's super layered textured, so hard to put up on the top of my head. I could do like a pathetic little ponytail. Because I would say for me, so I wear a bonnet to sleep because my pillows are not the greatest for my scalp. So like I'll have like this or like this because I feel like the recommendations are like to have like a silk pillowcase. So what I'll do is I'll tie it up but like loosely just so like it stays up. What does they call it? Like pineapple or whatever. Um, Obviously, it depends on your hair length to see if you can at least get it to be up. Although you might not even need to like tie it up because for me, I think I have tied up because it's longer. But if it like can kind of, you can tuck it in. I like to wear this. Mainly, the biggest difference is when I sleep with my hair down, I get hot. I get hot around my neck. My scalp feels the impact of my pillows, like the texture of it all. And then I feel like it just kind of helps. If you have like a silk pillowcase, that tends to help, but I don't think that would help with the heat. So I like to sleep with my hair up. So I like wrapping my hair. You can also use like a scarf, something that has a softer texture to actually, yeah, something that has like are these satin bonnets? These are, sorry, they're not silk, they're satin bonnets. I guess, well, I get, they're not exclusive. Wait, what was it? It was silk as the material. Is satin like the knit? Don't look at me for this. I don't remember. But basically, something that's softer on your hair. I like having it wrapped because it keeps it out of the way. It stops me from getting hot when I sleep, and also it stops me from getting overstimulated. And then my scalp and my hair, I can wake up and like my hair still has pretty close to the same texture that I had the day before. I do need to like when I let it down, it's a little stiffer sometimes, but just some water to refresh the product that's already in it, depending on how many days it's been since I last styled it, usually brings it back to normal. Like my curls will still be pretty intact, just a little bit messier, and like I just need to give it some time and some water to do the final tidying up. Versus if I sleep without this and I sleep my hair down, it's frizzy as hell right now. Because again, I have not washed my hair yet since getting back from the flight, so I need to do that. But yeah, I may have to go the scarf route for now. I recommend it. Oh, sorry. Let me see. I need to go to that. Yes. Oh my God. And I didn't know it existed. Kim's the one who brought it up. So next time, let's do it. It's been such a peaceful way to close out the weekend too. But yes, I wear a silk bonnet when I'm sleeping. Yeah, I think it's a great. It's honestly, it's such a good. I feel like that's a good way to like have your hair be treated with care while you're sleeping, so it's not just like rubbing against whatever pillowcase you have. But I do know some people have like a silk pillowcase, which should be softer on your hair. But yeah, yeah. But the scarf route, I think the scarf route is a solid. I feel like that might be good. If anyone else has any other advice for this, definitely share. But yeah, true. Yeah, it was a gorgeous walk, and the weather was perfect. The weather was, oh, it was so nice. I can't wait. I can't wait to go back. I'm excited again. But yeah, if any of y'all have other hair advice, feel free to drop it in. That's at least what I do for sleeping. If you have any other questions though, for things that I've learned or done so far, again, with whatever limited knowledge I have, happy to talk about it more. Also, I like talking about it because let's say we're talking about it and then someone else chimes in with like good advice, and I'm like, oh shit, that's a good idea. Like, let me try that. But yeah, and then also trying different things, see what works, and like you can like, let's say you do try a scarf and you're like, this isn't for me. There are other options that you can probably explore. So definitely just trying things and seeing what sticks. But I feel like a scarf, wrapping your hair, I think is the ultimate overarching thing. So option that people tend to do when it comes to sleeping. But yeah. I was gonna say, oh yeah, for whatchamacallit, for TwitchCon this year. So this is what I would say. So y'all probably, I don't know what y'all saw on Twitter about TwitchCon. There's been so much discourse around it. There's been so much discourse around TwitchCon. Let me see if I have any pictures to like line up with anything that I may describe over here. Wait, do I have? Oh my God, wait, Brianna, I don't know if you're in here. I'll probably text you. I think you took pictures of me and and Austin Show. I want to see those. I feel like I'm like, I don't think I have that on my phone. I took pictures with like two people, with like two people that like I watch on Twitch that don't know my name. Yeah, I took pictures with other people that do know my name. But yeah, I got some photos though to go along with some of the stories that I have from this. I like styling the curls at the bottom ends of my hair, but the ones at the top of my head just never look great regardless of what product I use, unfortunately. So when you wash your hair or when you get your hair wet, do you do any styling afterwards? Like what do you do like when you get out of the shower? Let's say you take a shower. Let's say it's a day where you don't, let's say it's a day where you maybe you wash your hair or you at least use conditioner. I'll tell you what I do and then you tell me. Also, hi Sugar Baby Ray. I hope you're well. Welcome back. What I do is when I get out of the shower, I leave my hair still soaking wet. Let's say I'm doing my leave-in conditioner, my curl cream, and my gel. I'll throw my hair upside down. Also, I try to do as much as I can like upside down. I feel like that's just worked the best for my hair in terms of like, I don't know if it's like the divide or like the volume at the top kind of, but I'll throw my hair upside down. I'll bring it down. I'll put leave-in in there. I'll scrunch it in, or I'll just like, honestly, like I'll brush it in, I'll rake it in. None of that really does as much. Like I'll do like some like scrunches and holds, but I'll do that. I'll probably end up doing the same like curl cream. I still have a towel has not touched my head. It is still soaking wet from the shower. At this point in time, sometimes I'll part it. I'll like bring it back up. Like, I'll just like take my hair and I'll just do like this to like let it roll back. And then maybe I'll create the part there. And then I'll put the gel in and I'll scrunch it in. Sometimes I'll do that when I do like the curl cream. I'll do it before I do the curl cream. I don't think the order of this matters that much, but I like to kind of create that divide, because once I create the divide using like a little like thin comb, the bottom of a thin comb, that part tends to hold pretty well. So like when I put my hair upside down again and then I bring it back up, that part is still pretty intact. Like my hair just like trusts it. But after putting in all 3 layers of product, so I'll do the leave-in. I don't care too much about what it looks like after the leave-in. I'll do the curl cream. I don't care too much about what it looks like after the curl cream. Once I do the gel, I try to leave it in a state where it looks the way that I want it to. Like, all the curls seem to be kind of connected the way that I want them to be. They're clumped properly. Not really any like strays or things are kind of divided where I want them to be. I do a middle part usually. I'm trying to get consistent. I'm trying to like learn how to like make it look the way I want it to without doing a part, but haven't figured that out yet. And then I'll take my microfiber towel, and then I'll scrunch all the product out. So I'll bring it in, I'll take like all the hair and like kind of pick it up in the towel and I'll squeeze it and I'll kind of hold it for like a little bit and I'll really scrunch out, not the product, but like the excess bits out. I don't know if it's the water, maybe a little bit of product, but that has made a noticeable difference for me in leaving, at least in having the curls like really be each kind of holding their own. It speeds up the drying time for me too. And I feel like it gives me a little bit more volume because I think my hair is less heavy as it's drying. I don't know if that holds true, but it's something that I feel like is happening. I do it to both sides. So then my hair is essentially like, it's wet, but it's no longer soaking wet. But I don't scrunch it with the towel until all of my product is in. Yeah. Again, this is what I do. Some people have more like fine routines, and then I just let it like air dry. Sometimes if I'm in a rush, I'll flip it back upside down after all of that, and then I'll blow dry it with a diffuser a little bit. I like doing it when my hair's like flipped upside down because I feel like I can get the under. I feel like I can get. Oh my god! Hi Bowser, big burrito. I ate so many burritos this weekend. Oh my god, the food though was delicious. Yeah, the food hit so hard. It was so good. Although my eating habits were terrible because I ate a lot outside of the convention. I need to tell you about the food situation in the convention compared to our virtual TwitchCon because it held true. But I feel like the last parts to dry are like the layers underneath. Like if my hair is down, the layers that are closest to like my neck and underneath all the hair feel like they're like the last to dry. So if I flip it upside down and I like diffuse it like that, I don't know what the back of my head looks like, by the way. So if I just showed you, don't tell me. Then it tends to like get that. I feel like I like the way it dries a little bit more. Yeah, sorry, that was a lot. For when I try to do curls, I scrunch throughout the shower and gather the curls in clumps. Okay, going upside down when I can. When I go to get out, I shake my head a bit and flip my head around. Add in heat protectant, leave-in conditioner. Yep, heat protectant is also important to use. Leave-in conditioner spray. And I use that to detangle a bit with a super wide tooth comb. A towel dry the teeniest bit. Sometimes I use sea salt spray. I don't have a sea salt spray. My hairdresser does like use a sea salt spray in my hair after like every time I go to get my cut, which honestly I should probably go back. I think it's time. And I love it. And then I diffuse mostly upside down. Nice. Honestly, it sounds like you have a pretty solid routine. Like it's you have a routine that's as extensive enough where I don't have the qualifications to, or like I don't think I have any insight that I can give you reliably. I feel like we're at like a similar level of knowledge now. Because it sounds, because for me the biggest jump was from me doing nothing to like getting to where I am now. But like I never knew that like you can do stuff, that you can like use products, or that you should that like it makes that much of a difference. So my hair was, if you look at my TikToks from 2021 where I uploaded like every single day and you're watching my hair grow out slowly but surely, it was, I thought my hair was straight, I guess. I didn't know what to do. So I just like, I would shower, I would take a regular towel like a dog, just kind of like really just I would rub it against my, I did everything that I would not do now. And I just let it dry. And then it looked like whatever you see on TikTok, which is an interesting look. Some might call it a choice. I wish I knew that I was choosing to do that. This is all more recent. Only been doing that for like a month and a half when I got my blow dryer. No, that's so fair. Do you like your blow dryer? Do you have a solid? I feel like you can use any, but there's that one super expensive one, the Dyson. I don't have it, but every time I see someone that has it, I'm like, that's a good one. You have the Dyson. Oh, how is it? I'm like, that's the one that everybody loves. I'm like, that's like the investment one. That's the one that you get and then like you're set. You don't have to worry about anything else. I bought it for, oh, nice. Did you get it from like their site or something? Also, Lily, did I thank you for resubbing? I want to believe that I did, but it was 20 minutes ago. And now I'm like, that routine sounds good. Just need to add a little mousse or like gel to help. Yes. I will say when I don't use a gel or a mousse, it's noticeable. I only don't use a gel or a mousse if I'm wearing my hair. If I'm wearing my hair up, then I won't use a gel or a mousse. Or if I'm gonna kind of wear it down, but I'm not gonna do anything with it. Like if I don't want to, like if I want to reduce the amount of product I'm putting in my hair because like I am gonna kind of wear it down, but I'm not gonna like, I'm not going out. I'm not gonna like really show it in any way, and I'm probably gonna end up showering again at some point before I end up, I'm gonna end up getting it wet before I do anything else. Then I'll reduce it. But there's also the benefit of if I did use it, then I could probably refresh my hair a little more easily. So everything's a balance, everything's a choice, and it also just depends. Nothing that I do is like fully reliable. Like it's just having a routine that usually gives you the results you're looking for most of the time. Sometimes I do everything I feel like I'm doing exactly the same as I always do, and like it's still just a little bit different than what I thought it was gonna be. Oh wait, there was a cheer for the resub. I popped the mid TwitchCon. Oh, okay, yes. Okay, cool. Hell yeah. So for TwitchCon was a little different this year. Where it was very like, so I got there on Friday. I got there on Friday morning. Normally I get there the day before, and like I'll get my badge ahead of time. So normally I get there on the Thursday night. TwitchCon takes place from Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'll get there on Thursday night usually. I'll pick up my badge. I'll do everything calmly, get like, dinner with friends. And then the next day we start bright and early and fresh. This time I flew in on the Friday morning. I got there like 8 a.m. And then I went straight to the hotel, and I was still there like at the start of the con basically, but I flew in that morning, a little, not low. I did sleep on the plane, so I got enough hours, just not as restful of sleep. The biggest thing that I noticed this year, turnout wise, in the beginning, it felt like it was emptier. Then it felt more full. So I don't know what turnout was like. I wouldn't be able to tell you if more people or fewer people attended based off of my own personal observations. You probably saw a lot of stuff about the IRL streamers. I think that this year significantly more IRL streaming taking place. The biggest difference though is that like so many people, I think what was noticeable, the reason why people were like, it felt kind of funky in terms of the IRL streaming, because I think IRL streaming is super cool, was that it wasn't necessarily people with like a little selfie stick or like a gimbal walking around recording themselves like you might see on the street if you end up seeing like a popular IRL streamer, but it was always like a team of like 4 or 5 people. There'd be a camera person with like maybe like, you know, a DSLR, like some fancier camera on a gimbal. They would have either a mounted or someone else might be even holding a light, a very bright like LED light. And it would be like entourages. And so it's that everywhere. There were like, I wish I can even like, it was like almost every person IRL streaming, which was a lot of people, was doing it in that way. So it was very, I think I actually have a photo. I have a photo of like the 5 photos that I took. I think I took a picture on the escalator going down. Let me see if I can show this. It may not be the best example, but let me see how big. I'm going to make it bigger so I can see. Okay, yeah, kind of. So I took this is one picture that I took going down. And again, I had a great time at the con. So everything, this is just like this is me discussing what you might have seen with the discourse. So you see like this. So imagine like groups like this. These people, I don't know any of these people. Don't look at their faces. This is just general con thing. But like you see like how there's like a light, a camera, like there are like whole like setups here, which in this area makes a little more sense. But imagine like this bright light, and like everywhere in most places where you're walking, you'll see like in every direction, you'll see like 5 different versions of like that setup of like people walking around. So there was just a lot of like these, honestly, the lights are what made it very noticeable. The fact that like everyone had a light like this. So there was just so much of that going around. And I think the energy that it gave off, and I'm sure, I don't know what any of these streamers or content creators are like. They can all be wonderful people. The stuff they might be recording could be great. I could have been any one of these people doing the same thing. Cause it's TwitchCon. It's you're there to stream. You're there to like, people are filming stuff. It's expensive to go. So you're making the most of it. So this isn't like to speak on like any of like these people. I know some people had experiences where the entourages would get in their way, or they would some people might be rude. Again, this isn't across the board. This is just this could be some groups, but the energy that it gave off is, do y'all ever see like TikTok in street interviewers where like they'll go and they'll like try to like ask like provocative questions to people? It's picturing that is the energy that I feel like seeing all those setups and like seeing the way people like interacted gave off was kind of like TikTok street interviewer type style of content. It felt like everywhere. And so like it like you get the vibe of like, you just can't tell what intentions people have. And when you see a couple of examples of it, your brain just starts to jump in like, are they going to try, like, are they farming like, clips, or like, are they trying to rage bait? Like, are they trying to get in people's faces? Again, total speculation from my perspective. Like, I do know that there are stories, and like I've seen some people like being very like dramatic. Another example that I like to discuss about, like to think about with this. So y'all that's what it felt like. Also, hi Hani, how are you? Heard a lot of discourse about people clip farming. So y'all know with reality TV, I talk about this on stream once every like 3 months, how I'm like, ooh, if I was, reality TV, is people who are reality TV stars, it's a career. You go, you're very likely not the person, some people maybe, I don't know, but like you're very likely not the person that you are portrayed as on a show. You go, the intention is not to be a good person when you're on reality TV. You can choose to be, but the intention on reality TV is to be entertaining. You're put in a house with 20 other people. You start drama maybe, or maybe you're on like the other side of drama, or like you might be like, people could provoke each other. People can like say absurd, but still not offensive things to each other to just kind of start some beef, whatever. The goal, the way that you are a successful reality TV star is to be entertaining to watch, whatever that entails. So the way that somebody acts in a reality TV situation when they're filming, it's probably not what they're like in real life. Even looking at like, I don't know, like you look like Eric Andre's show versus like what he's like outside of his show, very different people. So it seems like with the types of IRL streaming that we're going down, it's like there are no bounds to, it's like when you're on camera, the goal is to be, it's like everyone's trying to be entertaining. Everyone's trying to grasp attention, have entertainment come out. What type of entertainment? That's up to anyone's interpretation, but like, people are down to be more dramatic. They're down to over exaggerate emotions. They're down to scream a lot more. They're down to have like, maybe real, maybe fake beef with like other streamers or people that are within their group. Or if someone does something silly, they might point it out more and like have like a fake fight over it. But like it's doing things as if you're on reality TV. And it seems like there were a lot of people IRL streaming that if you just saw them from a distance and like maybe like saw like them screaming or like, pushing each other around or whatever, like it seemed like there was a lot of that. It's like everyone was trying to be entertaining, to whatever their definition of that type of entertainment is. So that energy, I think, just made people feel a little bit weird because like there was no place that you would go where you wouldn't see that. Yeah. Everything with a grain of salt, of course. Exactly. So I think that just made the energy a little bit weird. I did see still a lot of people IRL streaming with just the regular, the common setup of having like a gimbal and a phone. There were people who were walking around with groups that maybe looked like they had a little bit of like structure there, or like that seemed like they were respectful. This doesn't go across the board, but I'm telling you as like a person who, when people say that it felt weird and they describe what they're seeing, this is how I am aligning the feeling weird sentiment with what I saw and what I experienced. So interesting to me. It's not ever the type of energy I bring to entertainment, but I understand if it's a little bit, I'd understand if it was a little bit less of a public space. Exactly. I think that if this were, in an isolated space that was kind of catered toward it, like I know, like there was like, Streamer University, that was like that the entire purpose of that was like, you are all streaming, you are all performing all the time through the duration of this. So if you pull up any of those streams, you'll see there's just so much happening all the time. Everyone's streaming, and in everyone's streams, you see everyone with their camera people and their lights, and they're going and they're starting things with each other, and it's very like intense, very dramatic. And that's like on like a closed campus environment, and it's targeted toward that. So it felt like a lot of that energy was brought to the convention space where the people doing it were definitely like involved in that, and they liked and they were going for that energy. But for anyone that was not signing up for that type of experience, it's like you're kind of just like thrown into it. Since so many people were doing it, it does tend to curate an air where people feel like they're competing with each other. Exactly. It's literally that. And like everyone and interacting with other people doing it is another opportunity and that's like, not to be like it's like an IRL collab, but like you're both then exposing each other to like maybe each other's streams, to each other's viewers, or like you're creating moments that maybe could boost both of you. So like if people saw each other and they're like, oh my God, there was just a lot of volume. There was a lot of space being like occupied by it. So it was just very noticeable to people who were not looking for that experience, who were at TwitchCon for everything else. Last year, I didn't see like any of this. I don't even think I really saw any entourages of people IRL streaming. Usually if I saw a group of people, it was like security guards with like a bigger streamer sometimes, or like maybe their managers or something, walking with them. That'd be a group of like, they weren't even filming. Here, there was just so much of like the high production and like the lights, and then a lot of loud, big energy, that it felt like it was kind of everywhere. So like sometimes like you might see it in the beginning, you're like, oh wait, that's so sick, like I'm seeing that. But then you just see it for 3 days straight and you're like, okay, yeah. I think there was also, what else? In terms of like other aspects that are not that, it was, the expo hall was cool. I did go to some of the booths. I didn't go to as many booths as last year. I did go to a lot of panels this year. Artist Alley was beautiful. I loved being in Artist Alley. I loved seeing the artwork that people had. Since IRL has become more popular and larger production, it does take some trial and error for it to be more organized. Absolutely. I think that for me, I think it's also like maybe like the energy that you have with like an IRL setup like this, where if you have a camera person filming you, honestly, like I think that if you're holding a gimbal and you're holding a phone and you're like walking around talking, I think that the way you act on camera and the way that you move, the way that you speak, the way that you move, in my head, at least like if I were the one doing it, I would be very different than if the camera is just on me and I'm just existing. Like for me, for example, today I'm standing up on stream. I like to stand up on stream. I don't do it all the time, but one of the reasons that I like to stand up on stream is because like I feel like I can move a lot more when I talk. I can express myself a certain way. Like I feel like way more open. I feel more inclined to be more expressive versus if I'm sitting down, I do feel pretty still. And like the only thing that really happens is like my head movement and my eye motion. But like I love being here because like I can like, if you probably observed me during stream, like I've probably been moving around this entire time. So it's a very different when you feel more confined versus like when you're out in the open and the camera's just kind of on you. So to go back and catch up on what I missed, but I think I'm gonna have to head out. Oh my God, yes, absolutely. Rest well. Have a good rest of your night. Oh my God, it's 11:45. Damn. I hope. Thank you again for the raid. Huge. And I hope you have a lovely day tomorrow. I hope you have a lovely weekend, but I'm like, it's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. Speaking of which, actually, I guess yeah. Let me or I can show. Let me see if I have any other photos from the con. I do. For future cons, I'm hoping there could be more respectful mutual space. IRL streamers can comfortably set up in common areas while leaving space for foot traffic. Yeah, I think there's going to be an. I feel like it's going to evolve. I think like I mean I think we all I think we all think it's going to evolve more. I don't know. My gut tells me that next year is going to. St- I'm like, do I see it getting better within the next year for this? Honestly, I don't know. The content scene has changed so much with respect to this type of stuff over the last year. Um, I feel like I could see it changing. It's definitely going to change. I'm seeing if I think this problem is going to get quote unquote problem. If this energy is going to be lean more into this direction by next year, if it's going to turn, I think it's going to turn around at some point. I think it's going to turn around in a way that makes people feel more comfortable eventually. I don't think they should ban IRL streaming. I've seen some people being like they should ban IRL streaming for TwitchCon. I think that I would also be like, I don't like banning stuff from the banning stream from the streaming convention. I don't even think that it was an issue with them streaming like this everywhere. It might be some of like the I don't know what the solution to this is. I think it comes down to like trying to pinpoint what felt funky about it, whether it was like the energy that people had. So it's whether you start adding provisions to people's behavior or whether you add provisions to where you can stream to maybe like see if that has the side effect of limiting people's, of controlling or of containing some of the behavior. But yeah, again, and I know different people had different experiences where they may have maybe had more direct interactions with like these groups where maybe they had a more negative experience or they had a more positive experience. I was more of an observer throughout all of it, but like it definitely stood out to me that these streamers were very noticeable. Um, yeah, and I think it's mainly just because like the camera's on. Like I don't think that a lot of these people would be as loud and like high energy if they weren't streaming. I think it was definitely for the intention of like making stuff. So I could see if they were to like limit like where you can do these types of streams or like I don't know. I honestly don't know. But I do think that IRL streaming should still be allowed at TwitchCon for sure. I mean, like my POV as one guest, as one attendee of the con, I don't think that IRL streaming should be banned. Um, yeah, I think they probably would need to look in. You know what? I think that looking into so Twitch sends out a survey at the end of every TwitchCon. And I think that people are being encouraged to like submit their feedback. And I think that if I were to be able to see the feedback that everyone has, especially regarding the vibe they got from the amount of this style of IRL streaming they saw, I think it might be a little bit easier to pinpoint what people felt was in their eyes the problem. Because sometimes like you get like theoretically you could say no IRL streaming and then like you technically might get rid of it, but it might not be about whether people were IRL streaming or not. It might be about some other aspect of it where if you just regulate that a little bit better, this wouldn't have been in people's faces. Also, raffles live for 28,000 points. If you want to enter, you can type an extra to join the chat. You can possibly win some. So, in terms of being disruptive or a spectacle, was it volume mostly or combination of what was being said or done? I saw like people like picking each other up and like pretending to like throw them to the ground. Like I saw, you see, there's volume. It's I want to say like a mixture of like when I say occupying space, it's not like they shouldn't occupy space, but it feels like they were some groups were acting a little bit more like it's everyone's game to take up whatever amount of space you want to take up, and if you overstep in someone else's space, like they can just fight you for it. Like it's not like, but I don't think a lot of these groups had bad intentions with it all. There are probably some. You had some people that are there to like provoke people, but it kind of feels like yeah. So it's very much like there's just a lot of that, and like I feel like when it comes to like anything like physical, like if they are like picking someone up or if they're like shoving someone or if they're just like if they are like being loud, I don't think they're doing that with the intention of ever like even like hurting each other or anything there. I did see like there are some people that like they would just be like, oh, like, you know, they would see like another streamer friend of theirs or someone that they recognize from the internet that maybe they never met IRL, and they would be like, you know, be like, oh my God, whatever. Like, that's fine. That sounds normal. And they'll go and they'll approach them and like they'll say like hi, they'll meet. Also, can Gary's Lily rigged on the 28,000 points. And they'll go and like, you know, meet or whatever. And I feel like that's a totally normal interaction. I don't think that that would fit into the category of any of this. I think it's more of the just being, yeah, anything that involves like really just running around fast and like doing something that would make you turn and be like, do I need to, like, is someone like in trouble here? Like, like the type of thing where like you see it and you're like, is this, if you have to like ask, like, I feel like whether, if something looks like if it were real, you should be concerned. And if it were fake, then you would let it go. I think anything that makes you question that, maybe that's my criteria in my head of like what felt concerning. Like there were certain things where you see it and you're like, are they like doing a bit? Do they know each other? Whatever. Or is this, or like, cause like if they are, then I guess like, you know, not my business, but I'm like, otherwise I'm like, is someone gonna get hurt? I do know there were some issues that some people had when it comes to, especially when it comes to like accessibility, where groups were like bumping into people or blocking like pathways and stuff. And that's a whole other conversation. I can't speak in that regard. But that also might be another issue to tackle. But yes. Oh my God, ads. Sorry. Ads have started. Enjoy the points. Feel free to gamble. Sorry for ads. Feel free to gamble. But yes. But yeah. But some other things of TwitchCon. Let me see what this looks like. I'm going to show you some other pictures that we have from this trip. Eventually. Oh, I guess they're all downloading. Can I make this folder? Let me download this folder fully. Can I make it available online? Keep on this device. There we go. They're all downloading now. If I start dropping frames, might be. Damn, they're really taking their time. You know what? I'm going to give it a minute. Okay, sick. Here, I'll open up this. I'll show y'all the entrance to TwitchCon. There we go. This was the entranceway. I think maybe, was this day one? I think this was day one. This was super cool. I think it will take another year or two for Twitch to have some regulations for large production IRLs. Yeah, I agree. I think also, I know there were other concerns that people had with regard to like security and safety that are also going to need to be addressed with regard to like at least like larger streamers being there. Oh wait, sorry, I didn't realize the chat was off screen like this. There we go. Beautiful. So I'm wondering to see like what changes come with that too. But yes, this was the entranceway. It was super pretty. I have so many positive things to say also, but you know, these were like my observations, but like I did have a really good time at the convention. I did really enjoy the panels. I think that the day one panels that I went to were a little bit more like iffy on how much I gained from them in terms of what I was looking to learn versus like what was actually covered. But I think, you know, shout out to the panelists and everyone for like putting together, you know, presentations and still talking about stuff. I think there was also the panel formats this year were a little bit different than they were last year. So I think they were trying some new styles of panels and it was a little bit more experimental. And I saw some like benefits and drawbacks with the new style. So one example is like there's the creator, what is it? The creator, not creator club. Oh my God, why is it escaping my mind? Now I gotta open up the app. Now I gotta open up the TwitchCon app. Twitch. This is gonna kill me. This is my, every panel that I went to was this. Schedule. My agenda. Creator camp. Okay. There's the creator camp track. So normally there's creator camp and then I think they used to have like last year they did like 2 separate versions of creator camp. They did, there was like a main one and then there was one that was based off of like a Q&A. So like there was like a main one where they would teach you, here's an example. Network strategies for success is a panel that they had this year. Pretend like that's a thing where like it's like you learn about like tips for like reaching out to people and how to, you know, market yourself and how to interact with people on a professional level, on a personal level. if you're interacting with like a company or a brand or a video game developer, things like that. So they would have like last year they would have like one panel where like they do a presentation and they teach you things, and they'd have another panel maybe afterwards where it would be some of maybe those panel speakers or maybe some others, and it would be like a 30 to 45-minute Q&A session where you could just ask them anything. So they're not teaching anything, but you can just ask them stuff. And that was also really useful. This year they split it up. They split up Creator Camp into 3 types of panels, I would say. And there's so many beyond Creator Camp, but as someone who likes to go to like learn about streaming stuff and see, it gives me so many ideas of things that I can add to the stream because you get to hear different people's examples. Also, welcome back from the ads. So sorry for them. Enjoy the points. One of the things that I like to hear, or the things I like to do is I like to learn more about streaming and see examples of people's streams to see what they've done in their stream and what they found they really like or what works, and I apply it to our stream. So this year they had 3 different sections or 3 different tracks. I would say they had Creator Camp panels, which is the same as they teach you something, they do a presentation. They had Creator Camp tools, I think, which was like an open booth in the middle of the expo hall where they just like, it's kind of like a Q&A or like a little show and tell of some built-in tools that you can use within Twitch or within like Twitch partners, like Twitch, like partnered companies like Blurp and stuff. And they had Creator Camp roundtables. The roundtables format was new, and the roundtables format was like they do a little bit of a presentation, but you're sitting at a table. There are a bunch of like literally round tables, and you're sitting with a bunch of other people who are, instead of all facing the stage, you're all like sitting at a table, like facing each other in groups. And then like you can kind of like you listen into the panel, but you can discuss amongst yourself like yourself stuff, and you can kind of meet people that way. And I really loved things that I loved about that were I loved like you get it kind of puts you in a position to meet other creators, other people that are there with a similar interest. It gives you an opportunity to hear about other people's experiences or what they do on their stream relative to the subject of the roundtable. So one of the roundtable topics was, let's see, Creator Camp roundtables. Where are you? Event building, connect and collaborate. So this one was about creating stream events or IRL events. So it was focused on whether you're doing, like, let's say you're hosting like a tournament on stream, or let's say you're hosting an IRL like gathering or an IRL event with like friends over and you're making that. They had different creators that do, they had one creator that does each of them, one that hosts in-person meetups and in-person events. They had one creator that hosts big stream events, and they do like a lot of charity events. And they basically they ask them questions, they share what they do, their tips, their experiences. And then at the table, you kind of talk to other people, and you maybe share notes, you share things that you like. They might say, oh yeah, I did this event where I did this, and you can kind of learn from them. So I feel like it was really helpful for like, it was nice to get to meet other people and like have to get to talk to other creators apart from just learning something. They were a little less structured though than the panels, maybe because they weren't, I think, originally designed to be purely presentation based, but I think it was a really nice like start to getting people to meet each other, interact. Yeah, so I went to a bunch of those, and I went to a bunch of like the regular panels, but the panels were really good. I learned a bunch of stuff. I learned a bunch of stuff that are going to lead into what we're going to do on stream. So this was the entrance to TwitchCon. I'll show you a couple of things. I got nothing. Let me see what this photo is. Hold on. I have a photo of like my kit for one of the days. Yeah, this is fine. This was basically what I brought in at some point. I got my TwitchCon badge. I got my Uncrusty. Never go to TwitchCon without an Uncrustable. Unless you don't want to bring one, then that's fine. But I always get my Uncrustables day of. I think it's super crucial because you are, it's giving Beyonce Renaissance. Honestly, yeah. Like I probably should have taken more pictures in front of the entrance. Next year, I think I'll focus more on taking photos so that I can then do a walkthrough of the entire event. So even if it's like not me in all of them, like just like taking pictures of stuff so I can show you what it looks like IRL, because we do the virtual TwitchCon every time. But I would like to like give y'all a real experience here. When it comes to food at TwitchCon, there are not many options. And you are getting stadium pricing is what I like to call it. I guess it's convention pricing also works, but you are getting what I usually consider to be stadium pricing at TwitchCon, which means you are getting 2 tacos and a water for $25 to $30. You are getting a big slice of pizza and maybe some fries for like $40. There was one, I do recommend the Expo Hall, I think had some of the best deals. You were able to get like a burger or a sandwich and stuff for like $14 before tip. Uh, but price wise, most of the spots like you are, it's really up there. My recommendations are bring water and snacks in with you. This past year you were allowed to. I think the year before that you were allowed to as well. But the prices were like wild. Shockingly, the best deal though, or no, I think the best deal was honestly the burgers and the sandwiches and some like chicken tenders and stuff that I just mentioned that I only found on the last day. That you get that in the back of the expo hall. Like you don't realize because all the food is in Artist Alley basically. So like you think that those are the only options, but there's the one other option in the convention center that is in the expo hall that has like it looks like the food stand at like Costco. Like it's like a kitchen like against like the wall and you're in a very big like warehouse thing. Yes, not a lot of vegetarian options as well. That's true. The only one at like the expo hall one was they did have like an Impossible Burger. They labeled it as like a veggie burger. Um, but in general, most of the options, I don't think I saw many vegetarian options. And there really weren't that many. There weren't that many food options. You can always leave the convention center to go get food, which is honestly, I highly recommend that option. Food is still a little expensive in the area, but way better pricing than what you'll find inside of the convention. The downside of that, though, is for me, especially someone who likes to attend a lot of panels, is if you're going out to eat, you're losing 2 hours, I would say. Maybe an hour and a half, but you're probably losing 2 hours. You walk somewhere, you go, you sit down, you order food, the food comes, you eat. I'm assuming like you're eating like with people, so you're talking and stuff. Unless you're doing like a quick round, maybe you can get it done in like under an hour. But if you're doing like a comfortable, like a lunch or whatever, maybe like 2 hours by the time you come back. I usually don't have, it's rare that I have that much time between like panels. And especially if I have to go back and go to a panel, or I'm trying to like attend like an event. It's not realistic. So I ended up basically, I live off of Uncrustables and vibes. But the one thing that is still overpriced, but I think is one of the best deals in there is the pretzel stand. The pretzel stands are everywhere. You can get a regular like large pretzel, like a standard salty one for $10, or you can get a cinnamon sweet one for $10, or you can get a pepperoni one for $15 before tip. Um, it's all up there. You think of a pretzel and you're like, damn, a pretzel for $10 or $15, wild. I will say the pretzel, the $15 pepperoni pretzel, to me, apart from the expo hall that I discovered that food spot on the last day for one meal's worth, pepperoni pretzel was the best deal for me. Pepperoni pretzel I can have one of those would get me by for the daytime before the convention ends, and I would be very hungry, but go get food elsewhere. It was almost like, is it worth $15? No, not at all. $7 pepperoni, I would say. Half the price. It was probably, I would say that it was double. They charged double the amount. But it hit the most of all the options. You're capping how much you're spending to like $20 after tip. You bring your own water bottle for sure. You can refill it in the convention center, which is great. And your $20 worth of pepperoni pretzel. That was what I lived off of for the first 2 days during the daytime. And then at night we go places. Let me show you what I did at night. At night, huge shout out to Katana for showing us the wonderful dining options outside of the convention center in the evening. One of them I'm about to show you. If you're hungry, trigger warning for hungry people. You're about to see some delicious looking food, I think. Here's a plate of cheesy fries that we had to start. Imagine being hungry all day and then this is your appetizer for your dinner. It's fantastic. This was delicious. This is what we started with for our meal. Let me get my next photo of food, which I think I'm gonna zoom in because we might have, honestly here. Okay, let me make sure there's nothing doxing in here. Nothing doxing. No one's phone's out. No one's ID is out. Okay, cool. And then for while eating, we have this delicious burger selection. I had the same burger over here. This was basically what my burger was like too. Hefty, deliciously greasy and flavorful. But this meal, potentially the best meal I had. Look at that cheese. Or that sauce. Sorry, actually, it might be cheese. I think this might be Thousand Island dressing. This might have potentially been the best meal that I had. Um, this and the meal that I had on the last day, or my second to last day, were my top two, probably food wise, because you're so hungry the entire day, and then you get like rewarded with this. Yeah, but these hit. But you get these a distance away from the convention center. Do I have any other pictures of food that I ate? I do actually. Let's see. Sorry that I keep like moving away, but like I don't know what is. I don't know what is in some of these, so I'm like, let me just take a look. Burrito wise, I did have a delicious burrito outside of the convention center. I think I had these at the taco stand. This sorry the photo's like sideways. This delicious. I would say it was like this big. Way cheaper than it's cheaper than the pretzel. This was like, or maybe it's a little bit cheaper than the pretzel, and you're getting like a burrito that's like stacked like this. Honestly, the burrito alone filled me up. I was just like traumatized by being so hungry at the during the convention that I ended up getting a taco as well. And then I was like, by the time I was having the taco, I was like, I probably could have been fine with just the burrito. But they're both delicious. I have this like chipotle creamy sauce, so good. Highly, highly recommend this spot. The emotional support taco, exactly. What else do I have here for food? If I took any more pictures of food. What is this photo? What are you? Oh, y'all want to see? Okay, I took like 4 pictures in the Japanese gardens, but I think these are wonderful. Oh wait, I saw Chelsea Bites. This is the one photo I'm gonna have with another person that you're gonna see here. But I saw Chelsea Bites in the expo hall. Who's a creator that I love to watch. And you'll see part of my fit from that day. Let's see here. There's a quick little selfie. No, but this was like one of the 2 photos that I got with people that I watch on the internet that don't know my name. Yeah, my day one fit, I think I was wearing, actually, what was my day one fit? No, my day one fit was jorts and stuff. I took a selfie in the bathroom, but you see urinals in the back, so I'm like, I don't know if I want to show that. This is my day 2 fit was like my SpongeBob shirt and my baggy pants that I thrifted in that video. Yeah. In terms of the Japanese gardens, we saw these beautiful, beautiful. This is what me and Kim did on Monday. Yesterday. This was yesterday. My brain. Look at these koi fish. They were massive and they were so pretty. I think I have another photo right here. Yeah. Look at this one. It's looking at you. Might as well look it in the eyes if you can. Oh wait, who was in the first place we shot them out? Oh, Chelsea. Yeah, let me make sure. I fear my spelling, so let me go to Chelsea Bites. It's Chelsea Bites, but I'm gonna Chelsea Bites. Sometimes I say it one way, and then I'm like, wait, they have like a number in their name or an underscore. Oh my God, there I am. I forgot I was at TwitchCon. The way that I took that, I was like, wait, I was like, where? Here. Yeah. Does it work? Oh wait, no, I think I have shout out. I need to fix my SO command. My SO command, I need to figure out why that doesn't work. I did that so long ago, but I feel like so many updates happened. But there's some technical thing in there getting in the way. But that was Chelsea who was in the photo before. What other photos do I have? There was some cool lore in there. This was super neat. They had like little like installations and little like mini exhibits in the Japanese gardens. This is. I'm scared I'm gonna butcher this. Roku. Is that a T? Is it an R? Let's see the translation. Pulley neck. Hell yeah. This kind of reminds me of was it Resident Evil? Or maybe like even like Little Nightmares. But they had a bunch of like kind of scarier themed things here, which was cool. I think it was, I'm assuming for like tis the season. Diet, regular food by day, lamp oil by night. So in case you need to know, in case you're trying to feed, here we go. Another beautiful, beautiful thing that I saw was the garden cat. Just kind of vibing outside, doing this, doing a little self-cleaning, self-sniffing. Very, very realistic. Mentally, I'm here. Exactly. I mean, you got this too. just like enjoying like the sun. The weather was perfect for this. Perfect, no pun intended. Actually, puns are always intended in here. Um, you know, devious pose. Absolutely love it. I think it's a little bit better with this one. Yeah. Like this is Ginny would love this exactly. Yeah, I'm about to post this on Discord. Yeah, that's a good shout. That's a good idea. But yeah, sunbathing with the girlies. Truly, I think this is just such a vibe. And like we saw this cat on the way out. But I like to believe that it just lives there. I feel like it would. It was just enjoying the grass. It was enjoying the nature. I guess I didn't really take too many other pictures. Did I take? They had a little drone show, drone show at one point where you had. Will this work if I put it here? No, it saves the video. How do I get it?
Drink?
Ah, you're right. Oh, we're so close to the 11. What is this photo? Where did I get this? Okay. No, it's like one photo of like, I guess this is like a photo of at Artist Alley as I was walking out when everything was ending. This was like the last, like they were like already telling people to leave. I took a picture of this, but you can't really see much of Artist Alley here. I really do need to take more pictures of this. I'm like, I need more photos within TwitchCon. Anything else that I have in here that I can share? I don't think so. I have some other photos that are not on my camera roll. That I'll collect from the squad. But yes. There we go. Bring this here. Security does not play bad. Truly, the only time I saw active security, to be honest. No, but like for real, they would like that's when they do start like nudging people out. I feel like I don't even know. I mean, security was definitely a big conversation about the TwitchCon experience this year. I think it was definitely a more noticeable concern for like larger creators because like they are more on the. I would assume they have like more. They're on like the more of like the target end when it comes to like being concerned about any risks or any safety hazards for them. But yeah, when it comes to leaving, they don't. That's when you'll see people start speaking up. That's when they start being like, okay, everyone head towards the doors. Like this area is now closed. Yeah, you walk out, you're not getting back in. From the pics on Twitter, I like that there was more signage to direct people and have more reference points. Yes. That was useful too, especially when it comes to like the panels. And I feel like they organized the panel like layout a lot better in terms of like where different rooms were and what the signs were. They're very consistent. Each room had like basically an assigned, like all the round table ones were in the same room. All the regular creator camp ones were in the same room. All of like each room had its own theme of what types of events would happen there. So usually if you're going to a room for one thing, there's a good chance you're interested in other things also happening in that room. So all of the panels that I was interested in were mainly happening in the same part of the convention center. And they had a lot of, I feel like things were very direct in terms of like where you'll find what. I think in the expo hall, I really didn't explore the expo. I mean, like I walked around the expo hall a bit, but I did not wait in as many lines. The Sims had a pretty prominent, like the Sims had like a pretty prominent, what is it? Showing, I guess, this year. The Sims and Phasmophobia were things that I saw a lot of during TwitchCon. That and like Angry Birds. That one was more random. But the Sims booth was pretty cool. I didn't end up doing their like little missions and stuff, but they gave some pretty good merch. Oh my God, 1111. Beautiful. Thank you. Needed that. But it was it was cool to see like they did give a lot of shirts. Let me show you my 7TV shirt. It is currently air drying because I washed it. So it might be a little bit wrinkly, but I did. So for 7TV at the 7TV booth every single year, you can play, you basically play a little mini game that they have like on an iPad. And then depending on how well you do, if you make it up, so usually sometimes it's like, this year was kind of like a doodle jump format, except for with like arrows. So like you instead of tilting the device, you like press like left and right, and then you press jump. But it's kind of like doodle jump. And if you make it up until a certain point, you get a free badge. If you make it up until a further point, you get a free name paint. If you make it up until another point, you might get like a month subscription of 7TV. Then if you make it up until another point, like a way farther point, you get a shirt. And I made it, and I made it as far as the shirt, and I got to pick my shirt, and I thought this one was super cute. Ignore the wrinkles on it because I need to iron it. I literally it's still wet. Um, but it's a little here. Let me see. It says your planet has 7 TV. What? How many TVs? And look at them. And they got the little like controller thing. It's kind of giving BMO. But I think it's Glorp. You could see because you could see the little like antennas and stuff. But yeah, speaking of 7TV, was Wigfoot there? Wigfoot was unfortunately only there in spirit. I did feel Wigfoot's energy around the 7TV booth. I didn't know how to go there. I didn't know how to go there like multiple times and have them not recognize me. I think I was too good at the game. I think I left my mark too much. I needed to I needed to be I wanted to be Wigfoot at the 7TV booth. Like I allegedly, like they allegedly say I was in a previous year. But I couldn't find a way to do it this year. But I did not get to see Wigfoot this year. This year, so that's another thing. A lot of people that were there last year were not able to make it this year, whether it was last minute changes or planned things. But so that also like obviously changed stuff a little bit. Like we didn't have you, we didn't have Wigfoot, we didn't have Marmg, we didn't have a number of people who like were there in previous years, or at least like last year and maybe even the year before. So like it's just you feel there were a lot of like really fun things about the convention that are already fun, but you also like it's like, oh, I miss these people. Like they were part of what made the experience so great last time. So it's like there is always like that little bit that's like bittersweet or that little bit that's like missing. Um, but yeah, this year I would say socially in terms of like going out after. So something with TwitchCon is it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Thursday night is usually partner party. Friday night, there are some other events and people do go out a little bit. Saturday night I would say is the most. Okay, last year you asked me what the most active night is. I say Sunday night. I'm like Sunday night, people are done. Like the convention's over, but people are flying out maybe the next day. So people are just going all out. It's their final last hurrah. It's their goodbyes to everyone. Like they no longer need to wake up early for the convention, and like they don't have to work the convention anymore if they are working at the convention. And so it's a lot more like, high energy. They like the streets were busy last year on Sunday. This year, Saturday, busiest night. Sunday, the streets were dead. Sunday, there was like, it was quiet. Some people were like out. Most bars were like empty almost. It was so quiet on Sunday night this year, which like might be normal. But last year was just so different that it was so noticeable. Like last year, I feel like, I did end up at Tipsy Crow again with the most lovely of people. It was so fun. But I think Saturday night, now, if you ask me what the busiest night of TwitchCon is when it comes to like social outings and going out, Saturday night is it. There are a lot of like brand events on Saturday night. There are a lot of like more exclusive events or invite only events or things that like only have like +1s that I know a lot of people went to. That I don't have as much experience with, but I know a lot of those happen on Saturday night. So like it splits up, like it just like it creates like there's a lot of directions that like people can go in. So it's not like everyone's like at like the same bar or something. But Saturday night, busy. It's also the night of the block party, so streets are partially closed during the block party. So people are already out, already having a good time, already doing things. So I think Saturday night is definitely. I'm understanding that is the busiest night, and I understand why even last year people were like kind of dead on Sunday. I didn't realize that Saturday was so active, but last year's Sunday night was just so active that I figured that it was heavier than Saturday night. This year's Sunday was so quiet that it made me realize how busy Saturday night is. Also, Perch enjoyed 626 seltzer. I hope you're well. And I've missed you. I hope you had a lovely weekend. But yeah. But all in all, when it comes to TwitchCon this year, I had a lovely time. I got to meet Ryan for the first time in person, which was so great. Because I feel like we've only been like talking online for like this last like year. So it's super cool. It's super cool to meet people in person for the first time. Also, Helena, thank you so much for the follow. Feel free to lurk if you'd like to, or say hi. If I'd like to hear if you were at TwitchCon, imagine. But anyway, no pressures. But overall, it was so cool to hang out with friends. I got to hang out with most of the same people that I got to see last year, and including plus some new people. And it was just a very like, it's like one of the things I look forward to most. I think there are two approaches. There are two different directions that there are many directions you can go, many intentions you can have when you go to TwitchCon. Some people go exclusively for business, which makes sense. This is a job for a lot of people, or it's a career that they want to pursue further. So it's very much about, meeting people, making connections, possibly talking to brands, talking to agencies, or talking to people that are talking to managers or just other creators in the space that you feel like you may want to do stuff with. Other people may go solely for the social aspect where you just want to see the friends that you don't get to see because you all don't live together. You only know each other online. So this is one time of the year they get to hang out and see each other. And then the focus is more on just doing stuff together. Some people do a little bit of both. And so there was definitely like a little bit of everything, I would say. Yeah, it was just overall very, very fun. It's like, I don't know. It was good. It's cool. It's nice that every year is something different. Yeah. I am curious to see what next year is going to be like. I know there's a lot of like, again, people are definitely louder in terms of their critiques this year on social media, for good reason, I would say. So we'll see if any bigger changes come next year for TwitchCon. But if I was a big creator, I will say with everything I'm saying it from the perspective of someone that goes mainly for the social aspect of like hanging out with friends, plus wanting to. It's like a little bit of like I want to learn at the panels and like quote unquote like network with like maybe like people at like Twitch. Like I love like this is the only time of year that I get to like talk to people that actually work at Twitch, or people that are honestly, people that work at Twitch, whether they work on the tech side or whether they work on the creator outreach side or the marketing side. This is like, I do like for them, like maybe I should bring business cards next year, but like this is so I do like a little bit of like business in terms of like meeting them, trying to see if there's anything, any opportunities with anything in the future, because I would love to grow as a streamer. So I have a lot of stuff that I noted down that I've learned during this, but I mainly go for like the social aspect. So next year it'll be interesting to see what the vibe is like and like how things present themselves. I did have a lot of takeaways and stuff that I will be applying to stream going forward. A balance of work and play, exactly. One of them is, I'll tell you my biggest takeaways in terms of learnings here, and we'll see. I'm hoping that this sticks. Like I said, I get very motivated when it comes to streams, or when it comes to like going to TwitchCon and coming back, and like then I just want to stream. I just want to make stuff so badly. Some takeaways that I have that we're going to be introducing to stream going forward. Let me go to my notes here because we got quite a bit. One, I'm gonna try to fill up. I mentioned this a little bit earlier, but I'm gonna try to fill up the rest of the stream slot opportunities that we have in terms of emotes, in terms of channel points. And channel points, we do have a lot, which I think we're pretty, well covered on. I'm probably going to trade out some of the ones that aren't used as frequently, and maybe try to add something a little bit more fresh. I might scale up the pricing of channel point rewards, to give them something to, I feel like I would like to encourage spending them a little bit more. I might add a big one when it comes to having a super high amount, but I think it's time. I think it was really fun having them all they're still all going to be pretty accessible, and they're going to be pretty low in terms of points, but I feel like it would be fun if we had like some like stretch goals with them that like, one, you could spend more and get more out of it. And then two, if you do save up a lot, it gives you a reason to spend them, just so you don't end up having like an absurd amount of channel points and feel like you're never going to be able to use them for something. So filling up the channel points, filling up the rest we have like 30 more emote slots. I think like 14 animated slots, 14 static slots, a couple of free like follower only slots, and then a couple of like bits slots. So I'm going to try filling all of that stuff up, even if it's like just with whatever we've got going forward now. I feel like it'd be just like nice to have that. Two, stream schedule. I've learned, and like honestly, like it makes sense. And I think that it would be a nice little like shift that we can do here. I've learned the value of having a consistent stream schedule. And when I say consistent, I mean same days of the week, same times on those days, and just doing something that is more reliable, doing something that's more reliable than whatever I've been doing. I mean, honestly, whatever I've been doing might have worked a little bit better if I actually like made it live at those times on those days. But I think that it will be a little bit easier even for me to make it on time for things, and in terms of planning, if I just stick to the same days and the same times on those days. So I think going forward, I'll probably repeat this a lot. I'm going to my current plan, and I'm going to see how well it works for the next probably 3 weeks. And if I want to change it after that, we'll change it. So it's going to be, but I'm hoping to like whatever lock something in as we find what works. Going live on Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. So Sunday and Monday, I think I'm with my schedule and with dance and everything, I'm able to go live a little bit earlier. Right now, I'm thinking 8 p.m. Might be able to do like 7 p.m. Eastern, but I like 8 p.m. because I feel like it also makes it a little bit later for anyone that might be in an earlier time zone. So it can kind of just be, because I like being live at the end of the night. I feel like it's like just what our element is. It's where we thrive the most. But going live earlier on Sundays and Mondays would give us the opportunity to do cooking streams and anything that involves a longer process. So we can start earlier so we're not finishing at like 2 a.m. Oh my God, Orb! First of all, thank you so much for the giant emote. Does it not appear on my... I need to make that appear on my overlay. I need to make that appear on my overlay. Oh my God, my social battery was kind of shot this year, but it was still so fun hanging out with everyone. It was so fun hanging out with you. It was lovely. Thank you for being so wonderful. And also, hi, Katana. Katana, I showed, check this out. Okay, and now check this out. No, wait, not that. Nope, not that. Check this out. Yeah. Are you hungry yet? I'm starving looking at this photo. I love the hearts. They're so cute. But so much love. Also, thank you for the 20 bits. I love that emote. I need to make it appear on the actual overlay. Giant. My overlay is like I like custom skinned it. So like I need to incorporate giant emotes into there. I need to just update the code a little bit. But yeah, this was delicious. But I hope you're well. Happy Tuesday. But yes, having a consistent schedule. So I think Sunday, Monday would be around 8 p.m. I might experiment with a 7, but just know Sunday, Monday nights a little earlier. And then Wednesday, Thursday would be like 9:30 Eastern, both of those days. I'll cater the longer streams, the things that involve like cooking and stuff, to be Sundays and Mondays, and then anything that's a little bit more late night events where we might have a bit of brain rot but like still have a goal in mind, or maybe we're going to be gaming late into the night, would be on Wednesdays and Thursdays. So I'm going to try that probably for the next 3 weeks, and then I'm going to do a vibe check whether it's working out or not. But yeah, I'll update that on Discord as well, and I'll have that be in the stream schedule. I'll still try to have a plan for each of those days ahead of time, or at least a general idea of what we'll probably get into, so that we don't end up just like starting stream not knowing what to do. But I think that having the time and day will make it easier for me to just be able to lock in. So every week it won't be like a new schedule of like, I'm going to be live Monday this time, and I'm going to be live on Thursday this time, or Friday. But yeah, this week though is an exception, especially because of like TwitchCon. I came back today, so we're live on Thursday, and we're live today on Tuesday. Our next stream though is going to be on Thursday night. And then because of Halloween and the Halloween cocktail special, we're also going to be live on Saturday night. But then next week, I'm hoping to do Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then we'll continue it from there. But I'm so excited for that. Another thing that I'm going to be doing, that I'm bringing into, that was very much stressed on the creator side this year, which like makes sense. And it'd be nice to like take these like a step further, is one, doing a lot more with our clips. So I'm probably going to be, I will be like clipping some more stuff. I'm probably going to be uploading clips from the stream onto some new channels. Never any pressure to follow them. I think it would be great, honestly, if I just like, I think there's more that we can do with them. And I think it will help just get a little bit more visibility for the stream if we do want to grow, because one of the benefits that comes with this stream growing are there certain ideas that I love, that I want to implement. Cause I love doing like, not like game show. I mean, maybe also like game show stuff, but like it's not limited to just that. But I love building interactivity into the stream. And there's certain things where they work much better if we have a like larger like consensus that we can like throw in. So the more we grow, the more I can implement some of the ideas that I always just put to the side, because I'm like, I can't rely on this idea to work because we're not enough like people for it to like be effective in that way. And thank you. I am going to be, the homies are here. It's like we're back at TwitchCon. I am going to be updating. So there are a few things I'm going to be doing. I'll be clipping some more stuff myself. On top of that, I'm going to update the exclamation point clip command to actually be to create a clip. So if y'all end up finding moments in the stream that you think would be like nice for a clip. If you even if you don't want to like edit it down, or if you don't want to like do anything like further, obviously if you do, amazing. If you just want to like mark it because you're like, this might be a good moment, then you'll be able to just use the exclamation point clip command, and that should be good. I might add like a 2 or 3 second global cooldown. So if y'all do it at like the same time, we don't end up having like a duplicate. And then I would go in afterwards and I would, kind of work with that. So it'll be a little bit easier. And then in return for that, I am going to kind of try to have some sort of like rewarding system here. Now, Twitch has been already, so as I guess this is probably why they talked about it a lot. Twitch has some systems now where they give you special badges if you do have clips that get certain, if they hit certain milestones or views, or like in general, there's a clip leaderboard now on top of the chat, the same way that there's like subs and bits and stuff. Besides that, I will probably create some sort of like reward system. So if you do end up having a clip, if you do end up clipping something in the stream and I end up using it for something, if I end up editing it, or if I end up just uploading it elsewhere, or maybe just like if I find maybe like every week at the end of the week, I'll go through any clips that were made, and then whoever has, I don't know, whichever clip I guess like would win in some way, I might just give some sort of like reward for that. But obviously no pressure to ever clip anything. But if you do find moments in the stream that you're like, that was kind of funny, or like, I feel like you can do something with that, even if you're not sure what, then probably starting next stream, I'll have the exclamation point clip command in chat where you can just use that. It'll create a clip, or you can use the built-in clip editor in Twitch, which is going to be a lot easier for you. And it shouldn't interrupt the stream to my knowledge. But yes, past streams we've done staged clips to show the part of the process or final cooking product of stream. Yes. So one thing when it comes to clipping stuff that I also learned is context. Oh my God. Hi, Nikki. My bot's answering. How are you? Context, telling a story, this kind of goes into everything, but like telling a story, adds a lot more with clips. And you were also one of the people that introduced that to me when you were like, wait, let's set this up let's show the final result and whatever. So there may be moments where like, something fun happens. And then maybe we want to kind of add something in to like set it up so that it'll be, when I'm editing it, it makes a little bit more sense. Cause anyone that's in the stream, when stuff happens, that's like kind of like wild. Sometimes it makes sense because you might've been in here for the last hour. But if it's something that's going to be like a 10-second moment, then we probably need something that will make it make more sense for someone that's never seen us before. But I can prompt it again since cooking will be a designated day. Absolutely. Yeah. So yes. So we will be doing that. I haven't lately because cooking streams have been late in the evening. Oh yes. Oh yeah, I know. Yeah. And again, fear not, never any pressure to, but just know that if y'all do, it helps a ton. As I get into the groove of editing clips, and actually uploading them elsewhere, I'll probably find systems that work a little bit better. But just know that I'll add the command, I'll put it in the title, and I'll probably be like extra remindery. There's got to be a better way that I can say that. I'll probably be extra clear in terms of like reminding you. I'll be more forward with reminding people that it exists for the next couple of streams, just so it becomes a little bit more standard. But I will have some sort of system of rewarding y'all for doing that, because it's effort and you don't have to. But yes, it does help a lot. But yeah. I need to clear my throat here. Also, Nikki, enjoy our 184th seltzer. God, we gotta do Just Dance on here. We have like only about a week and a half. We have about 2 weeks left we have a week and a half left for like Halloween stuff. So I'm seeing like which one of these streams, if we have any room to do something like Just Dance that is not a Halloween stream. But I just don't know. Oh, we're supposed to look at Halloween cocktail recipes. Oh my God. Okay, wait. Katana, what was the name of that drink? What was the name of that drink? I feel like we can make a Halloween version of it. We can make it look bloody, which is delicious and appealing for sure. But I think this year, so in the last 2 years when it comes to, so yeah, for context of this, we will be on Saturday, we're doing our Halloween cocktail special. I'm going to try to have the recipes down by the end of tomorrow so that I can announce what they are and what ingredients are going to be needed for each. So that if you do want to participate in any of them, you can. But yes, one of the strongest cocktails ever made. Also, welcome in cheese. I don't think so. Let me look this up. Aunt Roberta recipe. I'm gonna pull this up. This is sick. What do you know about it? What can you tell me about this? You know, if unless you just know, that's the extent of it. Let me turn this so it doesn't flashbang you. Let me turn on dark mode. All right, what's in here? Brandy, vodka, absinthe, gin, and blackberry liqueur. Is there anything non-alcoholic in this? Is this it's like that? Yeah, I do have this glass though. I do have this glass. It tastes like black licorice, but in the best way possible. Ooh, I love that. Is it like, does it have like because I feel like Sambuca kind of has like a licorice vibe. Would it be something like that? A cocktail, it's a mixed shot. Yeah, truly. The world's deadliest cocktail. This is fantastic. Although I probably shouldn't. Like I feel like it's not even I probably shouldn't. I probably shouldn't for our Halloween stream because I can't die. Like this is the type of drink that I would have. If this would be like just my drink I would have one of these and then I'm done. But honestly, it isn't a very small glass. What quantities are we talking here? 1 ounce, 3 ounces of vodka? The whole drink is liquor. There's nothing else in there. My God. Interesting though. Honestly, I'd be down to do this on a stream. This could be, I guess I can't make it part of like a punishment wheel. We do have a wheel though that we can use for stuff, but I guess I can't have any direct incentives when it comes to drinking alcohol. Maybe I'll do a stream. Maybe I'll just do a stream where I do this on my own accord. It's definitely rich and unique. It basically tastes like the personality that one alcoholic auntie that feels more like a responsible older sibling while also being fabulous and also in her 50s. It's like the type of thing where it has everything and someone drinks it and it hits the spot. This is just fascinating. I've never seen this before. So is there like now what's like this but is one of these maybe? There's nothing responsible about that drink. Hold on. 3 ounces of vodka? Brandy, vodka, absinthe, gin, blackberry liqueur. Where's the break? It's a potent concoction aimed at the daring drinker. Well, yeah, no shit. Melding high-proof spirits like vodka. So suited for those who enjoy bold flavors. That's definitely bold as hell. It's got absinthe, vodka, and brandy. Any one of these is bold on its own. Yeah. There is no break. It's genuinely where you put the pedal to the metal. I'm sold. Damn. Yeah. So what's like one baby step before this? Sounds like someone had a bunch of stuff left in their cabinet and thought, truly, someone's like, I want to make a drink tonight. You know what? It is a person with choice paralysis' best friend. It's like, what liquor are you in the mood for? Honestly, just throw them all in and I'll pick later. You don't even have to pick. You just go for it. It might be so strong. Oh my God. It might be so strong that it just might work. One shot of truly. What's crazy? It's not even 2 shots of vodka, but it's actually, oh my God, it is 2 shots of vodka. Isn't a shot 1.5 ounces? Or is a shot 2 ounces? Officially. How many ounces is 1 shot? All right, I wrote 12 shots. Hold on, I think I'm a bot. Let me go to how many OZ is 1 shot. Oh my God, I've seen that one before. An AMF. I feel like I've had it before. I like a bar. Okay, 1.5 fluid ounces is technically 1 shot, I guess, by the books. In the United States. I guess it says it differs by region. So 3 shots. So it's 2 shots of vodka, 3 ounces. That drink will make my esophagus dissolve on contact. Genuinely. That is like the last drink. You know, I was eating with everybody on Sunday and my hair was down. Oh, yeah, it was on Sunday night and my hair was down. My hair is reaching some very interesting lengths, I would say. It's definitely growing longer. And apparently the energy I was giving was, if you were sitting across from me, then it looked like we were at the Last Supper. You'll never guess who I was. But yeah, I drink. Also, thank you for the lurk, Nikki. A drink with pomegranate and orange sounds refreshing. Yeah. Y'all have any suggestions? Let me look up pomegranate cocktail. If you want to find some weird and unique cocktails for Halloween, you should check out Sin City Bartender. He's got some crazy. Oh, I'm down. On YouTube or just is it a website? YouTube.com. Oh wait, let me see if there's anything else I'm gonna be adding to stream that I had on my list that are worth mentioning. There are some things that we'll just do and then I'll announce when we do them. How do y'all feel about hidden following stuff? Like turning off following notifications. So if you follow, a notification doesn't appear. When you follow someone on Twitch, do you do it with the hopes of, I'm probably gonna ask this at other times too. Right now we show it, it doesn't make a sound. It shows it. And like I'll like read out the name. I'll be like, thank you for the follow. But I also mentioned like there's no pressure to chat and you can lurk. When you follow someone on Twitch, would you rather it did not show your name? And everyone has different preferences here, so your answers could be different. There's no right or wrong. But when you follow someone on Twitch, are you doing it with the hopes that your name would show up and like maybe they'll say something or like you'll always be there? Or would you prefer like anonymous follows is what people call it, where you follow and nothing comes up on the stream? Like there's no outward acknowledgement of it. Like maybe you could say like, thank you for the follow, but there's no like, you're never identified. Check out his Instagram. I'm gonna check that out right now then. Hold on. Pomegranate mojito might be good. One of the things I greatly dislike is when you lurk and chatbot calls you out for yeah, that's terrible. I feel like anything that like discourages lurking is like the worst. Because like I love to lurk. See, one of the things with Twitch is I feel like most people, I think in most streams, what do they say? They say like 80% or something of chat for like bigger streamers, like 80% are lurkers or something. I don't remember what the stat is, but like most people do lurk. Most active, especially as the community grows, most people just watch and don't chat. And by a very comfortable margin. So the question is, do you want to be perceived? Sometimes it's like, I don't want to like just put an energy to like keep up a conversation. Like, so like, I won't like, you don't send it like a message, but like you're okay with being perceived. Some people just don't want to be perceived at all. So like, I know streamers that do have anonymous follows on where they just have no notifications for follows on the stream. So if you do follow, it's discreet. And you're never mentioned unless you send something in chat. Which is something I'm considering. I'm considering making the switch. And then if anything, I might update the channel points in here. Like I have like the hi, I have like the hellos and the seltzer claims and stuff. I might utilize those to, if there are follows, then periodically, if I notice them, I may periodically be like, thank you for the follows. Like if you want to, if you do want to say hi in chat, feel free, but otherwise feel free to lurk type of thing. Every cocktail he makes is usually themed around movies, video games, something else in pop culture. I love that. Sin City Cocktails. This is a good suggestion. Also, hi, Pepe. Welcome in. Is it Pepe Juan Luis? 1, 2, 3. Currently looking at different Sin City Bartender. Okay. I'm currently looking at oh, sick. Let me know if this is the website. So on Saturday, I just got back from TwitchCon, so we just went through everything that kind of went down. And then now I'm looking at recipes for on Saturday. So this month we're doing a lot of Halloween themed things. We do a lot of cooking streams. We do a lot of kitchen streams. Damn, my hair is everywhere today. We do a lot of kitchen themed things or kitchen things. So every year we do a Halloween cocktail special. So we're gonna be making some cocktails this year, but I'm picking them for Saturday. Let me know if this is this the website? Well, if we go to my recipes. Oh yeah, this has to be it. These are sick. And what's cool is we can like, this is like green. This would be perfect. Hell yeah. But yeah, how are you doing today, Pepe? How's your day treating you? Or I don't know if it's nighttime for you. Are you lax right now? Are you vibing? Like this looks super cute. Are these all Star Wars themed? Recipe index. Oh my God, they have Fortnite, Kirby. This is sick. Oh my God, you might have just changed the game here. Ghostbusters. Let's see the Ghostbusters recipes. We got 3 of them here. Both of these are kind of cool. I'm gonna look at this one for the green. Pineapple vodka. Oh, well, maybe I can like infuse. Well, Not naturally, but oh my god, pandan syrup. Pandan. Kim mentioned pandan to me. Wow, it was like the third time it's come up in the last like 24 hours. Some study, but it's cool. That's nice. Is there anything in particular? Are you like taking a break from studying right now, or are you doing anything? Are you learning about something you're interested in, or is it just like school and requirements and stuff? Can't make Demon Slayer until he watches it. Oh, I need to. I need to catch up my shows. I need to watch K-pop Demon Hunters. That's like another one. It's been appearing so much also in Fortnite that I'm like, now I feel like I have to watch it extra. But I know that Nikki mentioned it to me, and you've hyped it up properly. There's one fictional cocktail I wish I could try. It would be the Pan-Galactic Gargle Blaster from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, let me see, the way they described it in the book is, okay. From Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, the way they described it in the book is drinking, it feels like your head is getting bashed in with a slice of lemon wrapped around. Feels like your head is getting bashed in with a slice of lemon wrapped around a large gold brick. How lovely. And Lightning McQueen. Thank you so much for the follow. Sorry, I literally was like, I might turn on anonymous things. Feel free to lurk. Sorry for saying that. I'm going to anonymous follows. I'm going to anonymous maybe. But you can lurk, or if you want to say hi, feel free to say hi. Ka-chow. God, should I watch Cars again? If you want any races lately. Tequila and pineapple juice would be a good alternative in this, I think. I think so. I could probably do this. Tropical Red Bull. I like this. Thickening powder. Would thickening powder be like, is this a specific thing, or would I like be dropping in like cornstarch? But I feel like with cornstarch you need heat to activate it, so it probably wouldn't work. You probably need like an actual thickening powder. How's life? Hopefully a highway. Alcohol has ethanol in it. Ethanol is in fuel, so I'm not an alcoholic. I'm Lightning McQueen. Hell yeah. Discord watch party. Let's do it. You still haven't watched it? I still haven't watched it. I know. I need to. I like this. I think ectoplasm, this one right here, I'm into this. I'm noting this down. Yo, massive shout out, by the way. Is it Zest's cheese? Am I saying that correctly? You really pulled through with this. This is sick. This is what I should have been using the whole time. Halloween cocktail ideas. I'm just gonna put a little note for myself. Let's do this. Green/gooey. So we're going based off a presentation for the most part, and then hopefully the flavor's good too. Will Johnny show up though? That's a great question. I should. Maybe. We're gonna be live. I would do movie nights, honestly. This guy's absolutely great stuff. One of my favorites is him recreating the flaming Mo from the oh my god. Wait, that would be so fire. Hold on, let me go to my recipes. Simpsons. Okay, I gotta type in the whole thing. Oh no, let's see if it updates. Did I spell it correctly? Flaming. We're not, it's true. We are not opposed to, not this. We are not opposed to using, for the last 2 years we used fire in our recipes. And he has a, oh my god, this is perfect. So I want to do some mocktails. Holy. All right, we're going to recipe index. I'm just going to The Simpsons. Because The Simpsons right now is about to come to Fortnite. There is so much here. Elden Ring. And also, any of these seem like Star Wars is probably going to have some like things that would look pretty cool. Let me open up Star Wars. Let's open up, oh my god, a Crash one. Cyberpunk maybe. Fallout. Five Nights at Freddy's, which I still haven't played. Should we play this? Would y'all be down? Because I don't know the lore enough, and I feel like it'd be useful. Oh, also, raffles live for 32,000 points. If you want to enter, you can type an exclamation join the channel. You could possibly win some. They're just, you could gamble them away if you want. I also think that since we're hitting the 3-hour mark, at some point ads might start. We just do it to disable pre-rolls. They're not yet. We still have a couple minutes, I think, until they begin, but it might be sometime. My bot will message at some point. But you get the for your time and patience if you don't have turbo or whatever. I mean, no matter what, everyone gets points, but it'll distribute points every minute for it. But then we won't have any ads for the next hour. It's just to disable pre-rolls. You can't handle FNAF. You're better off watching the lore videos. Is it like it's just too big of a universe, or am I going to get too scared? Also, Hani, enjoy your 80th seltzer. Oh, if you haven't claimed your seltzer yet, feel free. Let me go to Scream. Wait, oh my god. Resident Evil? Yo, this is sick. All right, what's in here? Ghost peppers, tequila, blood. Oh, I need to do this. Grenadine, rim chamoy. I want to do this. Similar to a margarita. This is cool. Damn. I'm into it. I need it. From a spooky name perspective, one of my favorite random cocktails went out was Red Devil. When I look it up, I feel like I would never drink it, but it was wonderful at the random club I was at. I'll look it up. FNAF is just overly complicated child murder and also ghost robots. While that's not how I would have thought about it, I also that also feels like it would be in line. Also, can Gary's Katie and Lily on the 16,000 points. When ads start, I'll hold off. I'll pull up like one more drink maybe. But we'll continue. We'll continue right after them. I'm putting this down as a note. For one that I like. What are we here? Five Nights at Freddy's. What are you? Purple sour straws? Wait. I'll look up. I'm gonna look up the Star Wars drink, the Darth Vader, and I'll also look at the I'll look at the Simpsons category. It's all jump scare and waiting for more jump scares like every game. Oh god, okay, that is me. I'm gonna head to bed. Have a wonderful night. Thank you for coming in, Katie. I appreciate it. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for resubbing too. I appreciate it so much. So much love to you and Noza and Maniac. I hope that y'all rest well tonight. And I'll talk to you soon. This guy gets great. You were so right. Oh my god, this is sick. Cream soda, blackstrap bitters, vanilla vodka, which I have, and ube syrup. I'm saving this. Purple guy. This looks awesome. I just think it looks cool. I like that it's got like sour straws in it. So ghost face. I'm gonna do like muddy, brown, bloody. This one is purple. Purple tint sour straw. I'll say dark purple tint because it's not like there's like others that I would see it being like a glowing purple. I also know if you use like a what's that like gin, that purple gin. I'll get the next thing ready. Oh, this is sick. It's from Fallout. The Fallout recipes are cool. Oh, we're never gonna run out of Halloween cocktail ideas here. And looking at the ones like even this isn't like a regular glass. This is cool. I'm opening up these two. Oh, we're never running out of ideas. See, these probably look extra cool because of the glass presentation. Let's see how long until ads are done. And then I'll go into these. We'll wait over here. Oh, I didn't tell you about the other thing. Also, that's his cheese. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Oh my god, our follower goal is going up. Wait, do I have it on here? Do I have my follower goal on here? I don't think so. I think it's on our other screen. What is Super Mutant Blood? I'm so curious. I'm gonna check it out. I'll open it up. That'll be the one that I'll open up and I'll leave open post ad. Where is it? Where are you? Where are you? No, truly, where are you? Super. Oh wait, I think I did open it. Did I open it? Yeah, Super Mutant Blood. Let's have this open. This one would compete with the Ghostbusters one. Similar vibes. Melon liqueur, nuke waste vodka. This seems kind of specific. Final thoughts and score. Oh, their scores 6 out of 10. This curdled shot gives you a surreal blend. I didn't even read these. Orangello. I don't think I would do it just based off of the ingredients because all I really have is probably Irish cream. Do I even have Bailey's here? Curdled shot. You're curdled. Do I sense cheese juice coming up? The one uncurdled part. But like maybe. I'm gonna leave this here. I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab myself a little seltzy. Where's the this? Real shot. Why do people insist on having shots that are cottage cheese texture? I mean, I think that of all the tension that exists in the world, cottage cheese consumption is one that I think is not spoken about enough until it's brought up. When it's brought up, people have opinions. When it's not brought up, though, I think everyone forgets. But like, there's a real divide. There is such a strong divide. Also, welcome back. Sorry so much for the ads. This is another one that we were looking at. This is the next one. We didn't look at. This is the only other one that we looked at since I just left it on. Super Mutant Blood. This is a Fallout one. We're not going to go with it because the ingredients are a little bit too specific for what we have. Like, I can't afford space wise, probably both ways. Well, mainly space wise to buy too much stuff that's new. So I'm looking for stuff that I already have, but it looks cool. Oh, so many people I follow are very pro or against cottage cheese, right? It's true. It's like the tension with cottage cheese is like, I don't even know because yeah, because I feel like there are people who like you either snack on it and like you just eat it out of like a bucket with a spoon, or you have very tough opinions on people that do. Like I've only seen both sides of that coin. I've never really had it flipped on its like right down the middle. What is this one over here? This one looks good. This one looks like a cream soda thing. 5 scoops of vanilla ice cream. Okay, how big is this? What are we talking about here? I'll put vanilla ice cream in a dessert though. 1 banana, milk, nuke waste vodka. What is nuclear waste vodka? Peppermint schnapps. I'll buy peppermint schnapps because for that I would use that in December for drinks. Similar to a banana colada. So is melon vodka nuke waste vodka? I'm looking this up. Yes, I'm 21 plus. Oh, it's literally just bright green. Where can I buy this? Do they sell this by me? It's just a bright green vodka. Yeah, I don't know. But this looks really good in other ways. I'm gonna save it as a note and see if I'm willing to commit. Maybe I can get a small bottle of nuke waste vodka. Because that would contribute to some of these recipes, I think. Let's do green nuke waste vodka. This is a different one though. This is like a creamy, let me say it's like a frozen dessert. It's like a, it looked like it was like cream soda originally. So it's there. Oh yes, we do cooking streams on here. We do a lot of stuff, but the biggest things that we do are mainly like just chatting streams and cooking streams. But we also craft and we also play games sometimes. But cooking streams, I would say, are the chatting is the most frequent. Cooking streams is like the second most frequent. So if you look at the setup over there, we usually are over. If you want to see any of our cooking streams, if you go to video exclamation point VOD, maybe. Okay, yes. If you go to the VOD channel over there, or if you just look at on my Twitch account, if you look at our past broadcasts, which should appear on my Twitch profile, any that you see where I'm standing back there, you can get a little taste of the stuff that we've done. I've done just under 100 cooking streams, I think, so far, in the last like maybe 2-ish years. So we've definitely made a lot of stuff. The Flaming Homer is on his Instagram, but I'm not seeing it on his website. Interesting. Let me see. Is there any Simpson stuff on the website? On anything else here that stands out? Let's see this. Just because it's got like this little. What's the bloody bit? Cherry schnapps, Red Bull, grapefruit vodka. Okay, a little too specific, I think, for what I don't have, but looks good. Cyberpunk, which we still haven't played. Johnny Silverhand, which would be me in this case. Tequila, agave, Angostura bitters. Do I have that? Orange bitters, splash of beer, I guess, cerveza, and orange zest or chili pepper. Possible, but I think there's so many cool ones that we'll see what I do here. That's cool. Just chatting. I get bored sometimes to only see gaming. It's definitely, I like having like a lot of just, I would say like variety on here. Yeah, I feel like I like all the different like aspects of like what you can see with streamers. There are some streamers that I follow that are specific to like a certain game and stuff that I love to watch too. But I love watching just chatting streamers on Twitch. It's always fun. You get something new. Obviously it just comes down to what you want to watch, but I'm glad and I hope you enjoy the future streams that we have on here. Let's see what this Star Wars drink is. Okay. Sour cherry schnapps, blue raspberry vodka, sour blue raspberry vodka. The blue, is it Curacao? Curacao. We have this though. It's like the one thing we have. Pink Whitney, lemon juice. We don't have a lot of this. Cooking, gaming, chatting, and crafting all happen here. Exactly. You know, one of the things that they talk about at TwitchCon is like establishing your brand, but like basically being like, if you were, you know, because at TwitchCon, so many people ask you, they're because a lot of people there stream, so they're like, ooh, what kind of streams do you do? Or like, what do you do on stream? Or like, tell me like, you know, a little bit about yourself. And then they talked about like, you know, having a more clear message of like what do you stream, even beyond just like variety, even beyond just saying like variety, like giving something a little bit more about that's specific to you, because there's so much out there. And I'm like, what is the common element for like the stuff that we do? For me, I think right now, I like to think, I mean, this is still so broad though, but like I love like making things. I feel like we like make things in the kitchen. We make different crafts. I don't know where that falls for like games though. For games though, but I mean, no, I guess you could spin it like I like making like experiences and stuff. So for something like Elden Ring, I think the next time we play it, one, I think we're gonna grind it, and I think we're gonna have a mission with it. I think I'm going to either play it nonstop until I until we either beat it, or I'll probably have some sort of like I might do something for every single death. But I feel like that would make it a little bit spicier. Hey guys, today I'm making fear from scratch. You know, that's basically it. Gotta have many sales pitch. Yeah, exactly. To me, Johnny's looks cozy stream. I'm glad. Sorry for when I scream. But yeah, I think we definitely used to. I think we definitely do have, even though I scream and talk really loudly. But like I feel like the vibe I usually describe like that I like playing like cozy games and things like that too. I guess I am curious. I feel like I'd want to like know from like different people here, like what is this stream? How would you describe this stream? Because I'm curious. Let me see. Do I have bolder flavors? Let me see the Elden Ring ones. That could be fun, and it can give me a reason to play Elden Ring. Even the screaming, still cozy vibes. Oh, I'm glad. I hope like at least like there's so I came across at TwitchCon, one of the speakers was a really cool oh, can I go back here? Let me look at these. Wait, what are you? Wait, these are all so cool. The Darth Vader. This looks sick. It's like a bloody transparent red. Black cherry syrup, Sprite, dark rum, sour cherry schnapps. Similar to a cherry rum and coke. 9 out of 10. I'm noting it down as like a bloody looking thing. Everyone that I'm writing down doesn't mean we're gonna do it, but it means that we might. You're like, no way. I'll say translucent, bloody vibe. I want to say the Elden Ring ones. Well, let me go back real quick. There's so many Star Wars ones. This is wild. What's this? Last one I'm looking at for Star Wars. Okay, vanilla vodka, strawberry gin. Wait, I actually have most of this. I don't have a blue cherry though, but I would use a red cherry with this even. But we'll see. We're still sticking with like I guess like Halloweeny vibes. Um, recipe index. Hi, welcome in. Is it three lay Dean? Let me know if you'd like to be, if you'd like me to. Also, if for anyone here, especially if I just met you, if you'd like me to call you anything in particular, feel free to let me know. Aladdin, oh my God, hi, welcome in. I have a problem with you. You shouldn't be that cute. You're so sweet. I'm honored. How are you today? Welcome in. We are currently going through some cocktail recipes that we're going to be doing on Saturday because we're doing a little Halloween cocktail special back there in the kitchen. And I'm so excited. And there's so many cool recipes here. Okay, wait, let me look at the Elden Ring ones. Was there Simpsons in here too? Star Wars, Stardust Crusaders, Skyrim. Oh my God. Monsters Inc. Oh wait, I want to see. Okay, wait. Let's open up Resident Evil. Oh, you're so sweet. Hi. Let's get Resident Evil open there. Let's also get what did you Elden Ring? Are there any flavors that y'all like in your drinks? Not even alcoholic, like it could even be like a soda, or it can be like a flavor that you like with like candies and stuff. But like, is there a flavor that you tend to lean toward? These could be inspiring. Whoa, these are shots. I'll buy a syringe for these. These could be cool. Let me see what the T virus is. The G virus. Let's look at all three, honestly, for Resident Evil. Resident Evil will be amazing for this. I love that they have the non-alcoholic version. Oh, nope, that's gonna. Sorry, I knew it was gonna be loud. Volume-wise, I knew that would be too much, but we can get there. A melon liqueur seems to be a common thing here, so if I find a couple melon liqueur ones, then it's worth getting. I don't know if I have these bitters, but club soda we have plenty of. Sour cherry schnapps we can do. What's the blue? The blue curacao. Okay. Is there flavored water? There is, probably. Mangoes be yummy for drinks. I do like mango. I love mango. I love peach. Inject with syringes. Okay. Let's see what this one is. This one's similar. Gin, lemon juice, peach schnapps. Ooh, creme de violet. I don't know what this is, but don't have it. Between these two, what calls to y'all more? Did I zoom out, maybe? Double syringe. Actually, wait, let's look at the last one first. This is kind of hard to see because I guess what's behind it. This looks cool because it's got like that cloudy bit in it. What is that? Oh, there's everything. Island Punch, Pucker. Knock, knock. Who's there? Always lean towards their rich citrusy flavors, which is why I love the Moscow Mule. I do love a good mule. Do you prefer a Moscow Mule over other types of mules? Like, do you like the mule aspect of it, or do you prefer it with like vodka? Daisy who? Melon liqueur, Irish cream. I'm not even gonna lie though, this looks good. Oh wait, because you would have different. Okay, I could just make one of these though. Add melon liqueur to one, sour cherry to another, and curacao to the. Oh wait, these are the three things I would have. Maybe without the sour cherry schnapps. But I like that. What is this? What is the stuff in it? I like that a lot. Is it the Cocalero? What is Cocalero? I'm noting this down. I'm intrigued. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna go against everything that I said, and I'm gonna end up buying stuff. Yo, I need an opportunity to use the fresh mint. You're so right, because we grow our own herbs here. Wait, you say that, but now where's the mint in this? Or do you mean in general for drinks here? I have to go, but very cool stream. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. I appreciate the very sweet conversation. I hope you have a good rest of your day or night. Vodka cocktails like a gentleman. Tequila and rum for party animals. What are my preferences? I like whiskey. Like I'll like a bourbon. I like bourbon. I like tequila. I think I never opt for vodka. I do like rum. I've had like my friend, I'm like, do I specify which friend? Y'all know her. Amira makes a really good rum punch with this Haitian rum. And you have that when you want to have, when you want to party and you don't even want to taste it. You don't even want to know. Like it feels like you're drinking like a soda or a juice. But that Haitian rum is so good. I like gin too. Yeah. I think I was just like traumatized by vodka in my slightly younger but legal years. Also sleep well, Giselle. Sorry I didn't talk about it. Nope, no worries at all. Fear not. I appreciate you even like having the stream up makes all the difference. It helps so much, and like I hope that I hope that it helps you too. Like just having me on in the background. But lurking in the stream like you can literally just pull up the stream and do nothing else, and it supports the channel so much, and it supports just everything that we want to do a ton. Like it really does make all the difference. So thank you for even just being here, for pulling it up, and even for like chiming in every now and then. It's nice to like see your name, even if it's just for a redemption of a Celtsy. I like seeing y'all's names. They see me roll like, oh my god. Now I want to play that song, but I shan't. Whiskey, the aristocratic choice. Yes, very much so. Of course, on the cooking stream, I'm going to be here, but I have to study. No, of course. Best of luck on your studies. I hope it goes smoothly. Wait, did I save this to the recipes yet? I did not. Tricolor shots. Cool. Let me close you. What was this? What category is this one? Elden Ring. Whoa. It just really went for it here. Oh my God. Well, the glasses is what really, I think the presentation of these are where these shine the most. Let me close G-Virus. Let me close this too. You are welcome to my background noises collections. I'm honored. Thank you. As a water professional drinker, I don't know half of those things you're naming. Fear not. Water is delicious, and water is what hydrates you and keeps us going. Water is more than enough. I'm drinking my bubbly water right now. This is my seltzer, my carbonated water. But let's see what else. What's in this Comet one? I need to see one that we have the glass for. I don't think we have the glass for any of the other ones. Everclear, they trying to kill us? Everclear is the reason why I'm traumatized with vodka. That's so funny. Honestly, I would love to do like a martini. What else do we have over here? Are these both the same? Oh yeah. Look at the Red Dead ones. I love Red Dead Redemption. Ooh, Death of a Cowboy. Let me see what they're doing for the smoke. Maybe I can apply that to another one. Snake oil. The potion vibe of this is cool. Because I guess I need to remember that I'm doing this for Halloween. What are we doing here? What's the smoke effect? How are we doing that? Smoke with oak chips. Never mind. Whiskey oak chips. This looks delicious. This, I don't think we have a purpose for it. Maybe. Well, I mean, we could do it just for the sake of the smoke. This looks like it's going to taste divine. This is up my alley. This is like my flavor profile. I'm saving this. I'm saving this just to save it. I'm putting a note. I mean, the smoke could be a selling point. It could be a reason. I just need to justify the Halloween aspect. Smoky whiskey. Literally. I feel like this is like a good like post, like a later night drink to like sip on. I'd order this at like a cocktail bar. I would see this being on the menu. You can get dry ice. True. Well, what's easier to acquire here? Miracle tonic. So let me see what's in the snake oil. Maybe I can like go to like a TJ Maxx and get a bottle like this. Banana syrup, melon liqueur, white rum, luster dust. Okay, so is that for the sparkles? This could be interesting. I'm noting this one down, and I'll take a look. It's got a nice like bright color. I think I would still need banana syrup, but I'll see what I would do for that. Sorry, let me show you what it looks like again. Oh, is this the non-alcoholic version? Melon syrup, banana syrup, lemonade. I forget that you have both recipes here. I'll do ocean presentation, sparkly or glittery yellow. Glittery like, yeah, I'll do glittery like neon yellow maybe. Yeah. I mean, Red Dead Redemption does show us the scariest thing of all is regretting your life choices. It shows you the real horrors. It's like whenever we're playing a horror game and they show us a child, and like that's not meant to be the scary part, but it's the most terrifying detail that they put in that game. Let me close you. Honestly, Red Dead's kind of popping off here. Miracle tonic. Are you sparkly and red? This could tonic water, lime juice, gin, black currant liquor. Do I have this? What's the alternative? Blackberry syrup. This in like another glass, maybe. I love the Johnny Sips. What's the most unhinged thing you ever fought in a video game? For me, it was Jared Fogle. That's what game? Smiling Friends, a video game. That feels like something you would do in like South Park. Like what game do you do that in? Dark Souls probably has some cool ones here. South Park, The Fractured Butthole. I knew it was a South Park game. It had to have been. What's wild is I think I watched my roommate play that game years ago. Also 11:11. Make a fish. If you type in !11 when it's the 11th minute of any hour, aligned with my time zone at least, then you get 1,111 stream elements points. You can just type in a bunch of ones. You can do !11, but that's something that we'd be doing in here. Call of Duty, Elden Ring, Golden Wind, Dragon Ball Z, Disney. What was the Monsters Inc? What's Kirby? I kind of want to see the Fortnite's got some pretty like bright colors. Okay, these are what? Fireball, cranberry juice, dash of rum 151 for no more than 30 seconds. Yeah, I'm scared of but yeah. Oh my god. That is the most South Park. Oh yeah, it held it. That makes sense it held it, but that makes sense. They really that sounds up their alley. I've not played that one though. I just remember the first one existing from back in the day. Look at the Fortnite cocktails. These, what's in the chug jug? And Flowberry Fizz. And a slurp juice. Let's take a look. These are sick. I think these are easy to do too. Like this one looks like it'd be like a sunrise drink. What do we have in a chug jug? Orange bitters, which I feel like I can have. Bar spoon of cream. Oh yeah, cream of coconut, which I actually have. I have a can of this. Melon liqueur, vanilla vodka, blue fruit punch. We actually might have this. Vanilla syrup. I'm going to keep this handy. I want to see the difference, not between that and that. I want to see the slurp juice. So a slurp juice and a chug jug. What are we looking at in terms of difference here? Vodka, melon liqueur, sour apple syrup, lime juice, ocean lemonade. What calls to y'all a little more? You know what? Let me pull it. Or actually, you can just speak if you want. Oh, is that going to be different for each tab? Oh, yeah. There's this, the one with coconut milk. Okay, yeah. I think it's cream of coconut, but yeah. Which I only know because I was doing a recipe. I did like a pina colada type recipe. It wasn't a pina colada, but it was something similar. And it didn't want coconut milk, but I thought originally it said cream of coconut, and I almost got coconut cream, and then I realized that they're different. That coconut cream was like just like a thicker, it's still just like, it's like coconut milk, but it's like thicker. So it's just like different like ratio. It's like less watered down. But cream of coconut is like sugar, coconut cream, and like four other things in there. And I'm like, damn, since you got your degree and everything. But I almost got the wrong thing, and I was like, damn. But now I know that what cream, let me like show it, because like this blew my mind. This was recently too. This Coco Lopez, not to be confused with George Lopez, which I used to watch every single night. That show was like my waking up to Lowrider, like 4:30 in the morning. I feel like is possibly maybe a universal experience. Anyway, but in this, coconut, sugar, water, something that probably is a preservative, salt, citric acid, which I guess also probably helps it, and then some more preservatives and stuff in there. But it's different, and I almost got the other thing, and I'm like, thank goodness I didn't. But yeah, I remember I was at the store and I looked it up in the moment just to be sure because I was down myself. But yeah, so but whatever this is, I mean, cream of coconut is delicious. I didn't have it solo, but I basically made something that looked like that. That looked like that. Very yummy. Good with maraschino cherry. No one. The George Lopez showcast on my TV at 2 a.m. Where you literally have an emote for everything. It's so good. But yeah, they're out there just jumping on a trampoline, floating slow motion. I think this one looks good. I might do the chug jug. Number 1 victory royale. Yeah, Fortnite, we about to get down. 10 kills on the board right now. Some tomato town. Green to blue gradient. Hell yeah. Courtesy of a gifted sub. Hashtag blessed. Shout out to people who gift subs and streams. I believe I also have I think I might also be. Oh, wait, let's look at this one. Cherry vodka, triple sec, lemon juice, grape syrup, club soda, white cherry Gatorade, blue Gatorade. Interesting. And Aladdin, thank you so much for the follow. Is that Sean the sheepdog in the background? Wait, where? Oh no, in which one? Let me see this one. You got the llama. You have the Fortnite llama, which is kind of close. You get a llama and a sheep. Oh yeah, by the way, my bot. Oh, okay, yeah. My bot is not real. If you see Not Johnny Says they are not real, it's gonna automatically say yes or no to things that seem like yes or no questions. I just put a really strong regular expression for question words and a question mark. And so if it matches, it'll just say yes or no. It's sometimes don't ignore it. Oh, my background. Oh, honestly, you're not that far off. We have Gromit. We have Gromit over there. It was a little bit dusty now that I'm looking at him. Here's Gromit, no relation. I mean, sorry. When he looks at me, it's just. Which they're all part of the same universe. So that makes sense if that's what you're referring to. Otherwise, I do have some. Oh my god, I got Choco Milk Cat. Part of the goodies. See free swag at TwitchCon. Look at them. Teeny tiny little legs, little pitter patter. They're mid walk right now. Walk, 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 walk. Yeah. You ever see that meme, Wallace and Gromit trying to kill SpongeBob thinking he's cheese? Nope, that's like in the most unbelievable way. That is incredibly my brand. What? Totally to ask about the. Oh my god, yes, yeah. I did get some good freebies this year. Mainly shirts. They did give a lot more shirts this year than last year. But I did not do the final sweep like last year where you get a lot of extra free stuff. I didn't wait in line as much. Oh my god, Dylan! Thank you for the raid. Welcome in. We're currently looking at different drinks to make for this Saturday's Halloween cocktail / mocktail special. Oh, this one would be sick. Grape syrup. Do I need grape syrup for any of these? This is just a very pretty drink. Like, look at that. And it's bubbly, right? Because we're doing club soda. So it's got a good little touch here. I hope you had a wonderful stream. Feel free to lurk if you'd like to. If you were just, you're worn down and you just got to call it a night. I totally get it. But I hope you've been well. I went to TwitchCon this weekend. It was our first stream back. So we just did a little review of what we did. Now we're going over this for Saturday. My next stream, though, is going to be on Thursday. On Thursday, I'll post what activity we're hoping to do. But we're finding Halloween looking things. And Fortnite really does capture that element. What else we got? Did I put the Chug Jug? I think I did put the Chug Jug. I'm intrigued by Gatorade is so much more affordable than these other things. I do have triple sec. Let me do. It says cherry vodka. Cherry vodka. I don't think it would be red. So if flavor wise, I just want the appearance. If it tastes a little different, it's fine. I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put this in. I'm gonna say purple bubbly Gatorade. I'm gonna need to go through these and identify them based off of what ingredients we have and don't have. But this is pretty. I like it. It really does look like it too. I love this website. I'm obsessed. This is so cool. I'm like, damn. What do we have for Elder Scrolls or even like Skyrim? Ooh. Sorry. Whoa, this one's cool too. Dragonborn. Wait, are we using mint? Finally, we have mint. Honey syrup. Oh, I don't have any of this. Mead. Okay. Cool though. Would like to make these. Oh, Elder Scrolls and Skyrim, they put it as the same. Okay, that makes sense. What are you? I can use this in like a ghosty way. Mead. Oh, they all use mead. Okay. I could get some, I guess. Do we have mocktail? So for all of these recipes have the mocktail, have a mocktail alternative. So let's say I go to like Bloodborne. So if I go here, there are two recipes. There's this one, and they have the non-alcoholic version. So that's what's so cool. That's why this website's perfect. Pomegranate juice. Oh my god, we're back on the pomegranates. So for any of these, I can pick which ones I want to do with the alcohol version or not. Gotta go. The wife is waiting, but hope you. Thank you so much. And again, I appreciate the raid so much. Wait till you know what time it is. 6 a.m. Are you going to sleep anytime soon, or did you wake up? It did look yellow. Oh yeah, my lighting, it looks yellow. Also, with channel points, y'all can change my lighting. So one other one is like, we got this. Changes all the lights in my apartment. I almost forgot for a second that we could do that. We got this one right here too. A little more pinkish. Let's go back over here for a second. Maple syrup, cinnamon syrup. This could work. Truly, Sin City Bartender, shout out to you. You've won. This is very cool. We did something similar to this last year. I think this would be a nice take. Cinnamon whiskey would be like Fireball, maple bourbon. I'm gonna buy this. 7.5 out of 10. Rich and robust cocktail marrying the sweet warmth of maple bourbon and cinnamon whiskey with the bubbles of club soda, all elevated by a bold red blend, creating a complex and enticing concoction. Yeah, amazing. Yeah, this is being added. This one's got a performance with it. So I'm gonna say clear bubbles with bright red pour. Right now I have, let's see how many recipes I have here. I have turned into numbered list. I got 11 recipes noted. We're gonna do probably 5. Probably gonna end up picking 5 of these. The themes that I have across the cocktails that we've chosen, we have like a bright green. Here, let me pull up like this. We have like bright green, thinking like, think like Ghostbusters type vibe. We have a muddy brown that is for the Ghostface ones. I don't think we have any other one but the Ghostface one. Actually, maybe I could just pull each one up. No, I can't pull each one up. Well, I can, but there's like purple, maybe with sparkles. There's blue, green, like neon, and then there's like red and bloody red. I think are like our options. Most of these, I think only this last one seems to be one where like you pour. I need to go back, but this one, it seems like it's clear and then you pour something in and that's the fun part. So I like that element. We do that usually for other ones. What is the blood vial like? Do I have these bitters? Hold on. As good as the drink is, can it run at 60 FPS? No, we got to cap it at 30. Go and work at oh my God. Do you have energy? How do y'all like get energy for the day? Do you drink tea? Do you just go off of vibes? Do you drink coffee? Anything in particular? Supplements? I don't know. I'm going to bring the coconut back. I'll also put this little dude. I have like habanero bitters and some other one too that I don't know what the flavor is like. I just wake up and is that wait an hour to stop being tired. Honestly, I mean that warm up is kind of crucial. That was like for me. Sometimes I wake up and I'm really exhausted, but if I can keep myself up for like a little bit, it does. I mean, it does like fade. I've been taking a new vitamin that's been helping. I made a mandarin green tea. How is it? I've been loving your tea. It really helped when I was sick. For anyone who's newer here, I went to TwitchCon this past weekend. The week of TwitchCon, I was good, but the week before, I was hit like heavy with the flu. It took me out for like 5 days. But we're so back. We are so back and fine. Let me close this. Oh no, wait. Let's go back to index. Or maybe just go home and see. Oh no, my recipes. I guess you could just kind of explore. Wait, Super Mario? No, index. Index. I'll see Nightmare Before Christmas. We did not explore these. Wait! Oh, these are perfect. These are so perfect. Let's see this one. And this one. And is this like chocolate or no? What are you? Chocolate syrup, graham cracker infused whiskey. Can I make this? Dip a frother in chocolate syrup to make rings around. Oh, that's so smart. Not for this. For this. This looks so yummy. I don't know if I have what I need for it. Let's see. I want to see this one. This one would be really fun. It's whimsical. Lime juice, vodka, honeydew, melon syrup. Damn, I really need a lot of syrups here. Mountain Dew Voodoo, lime juice, sour gummy worms. I'm going to put this one 9 out of 10. What I'm going to end up doing with each of these is I'm going to probably put them in a gallery. In a gallery where I have each of the... where I can see each one visually, and then I can note down which ingredients I need for each one, and I'll use that to decide. Gummy worms. Hell yeah. My potion blends really got put to... truly. It's like you sent them at a perfect time. It's exactly what I needed. God, I was so out. It really took me out. Oh, wait. Let's see what this one is. Was this one Frog's Breath? All right, this might be one of the last ones that we look at. Gummy frogs, cucumber lime Gatorade, Sprite, pineapple juice, pineapple rum. I have that. But I feel like the frogs don't stand out as much. It's cute, but I like this one because you can really see the worms and stuff in it. Wait, what color is this one going to be? I guess it should still be a greenish tint. Because I'm also like, is it the light behind it? Because there is a green light in the room, which is definitely adding to the glow. But this is nice. I might see if I can just buy like really small. I mean, a lot of these are what? This syrup. I might just have to get like a little syrup collection here. I got sick like last month. It's just a cycle of cold medicine and suffering. I'm so sorry. There's this one meme that I have on my phone. What was it? Something about like waking up for what reason? Something about, I don't even know. But I use it sometimes. Here. Drink water for what? Just to piss again? Life is a prison. Real. Pissing all by yourself, handsome. Sorry. Anyway, let me see if there's any other, maybe like one more recipe. No, we have, okay. I think we got a good selection here. Because looking at even just like the remainders of here, what do they do? Do they do anything for the smoke here? Last one I'm looking at. Similar to green tea. Peach schnapps. Is this hypnotic? Irish whiskey and gummy worms. Shake everything with ice. Okay. 7.5 out of 10. There's a non-alcoholic. Oh, it's a short. I forget. I think they're all shorts. I think I'm just clicking the wrong thing. Peach syrup. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I think we found enough stuff. Bone Daddy. Hold on. Everclear. God damn. I use any vodka here. Triple sec, lemon juice, lime juice. I hate this because I think this is one of the easiest ones to do. 6.5 out of 10 though. Wait, let me see the picture of it. Honestly, Gatorade's really playing a big role here. But this could be cool even in a standard glass. Fine. Adding this. Bone Daddy. Last one, though. Last one that I'm adding to the list. I'm going to do split white bottom, dark top. Yeah. All right. I think that's all the recipes that we can look at that we should. I think that's enough for me to choose from. Anything else whatever doesn't make the cut is always an option for future years too, because we do this every single year. And we're also going to be making some holiday recipes in December for all this. So we're definitely not limited when it comes to these. A little sus that most of these aren't above a 7, but appreciate the transparency. Yeah. Some of them, though, were like a 9 out of 10, which gives me hope. It feels encouraging. So I'm like, okay. I also need to remember to look at the ratings when I'm picking these. But yeah. But anyway, let me get this here. Okay. So game plan for the next week. So all of these drinks, I'm going to try to select from these by tomorrow. By tomorrow night, I'm hoping to post them on Discord. I'll probably make an announcement post, and I'll list the recipes and everything over there. Thursday. Okay, our next streams for the week is we're going to be live again in 2 days. So we're going to be live again on Thursday night at around 9:30 p.m. Eastern. We're going to be live on Saturday night for the Halloween cocktail special, and then we're going to be live again on Sunday to do a little bit more cooking. Actually, we'll see if we do cooking in the kitchen. I do want to make like little Halloween pizzas, so I might try to prepare the dough off stream, and maybe we can use that. Maybe we can make those pizzas either on Monday or on Sunday. Hopefully we're alive after the Halloween cocktail special. But remainder of the streams this week are going to be Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. Saturday's the drinks. If you want to make any of the drinks with me, I'll be posting both the cocktail and the mocktail recipes on Discord for the drinks that I end up choosing ahead of time so you can pick them up. Yeah, if you want to find more information on stuff that we're doing, Discord will be the best place for it. Yeah, I may be down for drinks. I would love if you would partake. Perhaps we can maybe. Oh my god, what if we even had some guests on stream? It would be honestly, it could be so fun to have different guests on stream for some of the drinks. If you wanted to, let's. I mean, you don't have to. You can also do off stream stuff. Well, let's chat. I'm like that could also be kind of fun if you're looking to dabble. If you're looking to dabble, but you can also do a no pressure dabble off stream because sometimes it's nice to just not be perceived while you have a little bevy. But yes, I'm gonna have to do the mocktails to help me recover post Halloween. Hell yeah. But I think that's it. I do want to play Mortuary Assistant sometime, maybe next week. And then we might do our air dry clay soon too. I don't know what tomorrow's stream is going to be yet. I'm going to go through the options of what we have left, but Discord's going to have the latest updates. I'm going to try to make announcements in there ahead of time before each stream so we know what we're doing. And I'm going to try to ideally do it earlier in the day so that like we can go into the evening knowing what we're going to get ourselves into and so we don't get too behind with everything. Also, while you're out shopping for the drink ingredients, oh my God, get some snacks to have in between. Smart. Putting that as a note. Get snacks for in between drinks. I'm definitely going to need to make sure I stay good. I think the mixture of mocktails and cocktails this year, though, will really help slow down everything. A little charcuterie board on the side? Wait, Halloween? Charcuterie with cocktails. That could be fun. That could be fun. I could do it all in one, and then we don't have to have the focus only be the drinks, too. You'll receive your paycheck in the mail. Really, thank you. Yeah, I think that's everything for today. Again, Discord's gonna have the latest on like what we're doing, but our next stream will be on Thursday night. And I guess on Saturday we're gonna have our adventure. But yeah, but thank you all so much for hanging out. I know it's kind of late. It's like 1:30 a.m. for me. Damn. And then future streams after this week, after Saturday, the ideal days are gonna be Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. We'll see if it sticks. But I'm going to try to at least commit to it, even with any disadvantages that come with it. If I find that it gets in the way of some scheduling things, I'm going to try to commit to it for at least 3 weeks. And then we can reflect and decide kind of what we want to do for there. But as soon as November hits, which is going to be in about 2 weeks, we'll be switching gears a little bit from Halloween things to cozy autumn things. So we'll probably be making a lot of maybe warm pastries, maybe apple-based things, maybe like I'll see what vegetables are in season and maybe we can make some savory dishes as well. Would like to bring a pie back into the mix. So I'm very excited for that too. And then I think we'll also be able to make our focaccia as well because I've been waiting to make that. And I think that fall might be the autumn vibes of November might really help that hit. Yes, let's see where we can go for the raid tonight. Oh my God, every stream that I had open raided out my tabs. Here we go. Oh no, not this. Let's go here. Do I have... Okay. Let's see where we can go tonight. Take a quick little peek. Actually, can I do this? Where do we want to go? Is anyone live right now? We do have people that... Oh my God, everyone's live again. This is so fun. Okay, cool. Let's actually... Okay, wait. Okay, sick. Caro's live right now. Currently just chatting. I think, I'm assuming, yes, exploring Silksong a little bit later. I think there's been a lot of Silksong gameplay 2. I think there was exploring and side questing. Hell yeah, post first ending. Sick. So if any of y'all are interested in hanging along, get points for joining with the raid. Those are our raid messages. If you're subbed, you can do Millennial Raid or the second one where it has the Giga Johnny. If you are not subbed, you can still use the first one. Again, thank you so much for hanging out tonight. Thank you for being so cool. I truly appreciate you spending your Tuesday night with me. I'm excited to see you again if you do choose to come back. Be sure to take care of yourselves, stay hydrated, get some rest if you're able to. If your day is just starting now, I hope they have a good rest of your day. I hope that things go your way, and I hope that you're able to give yourself little treats and moments to like breathe and just pause throughout the day. Oh my God, have a wonderful night. Or Pixel, Lily, Ryan, Aladdin. I know Dylan went. But again, thank you so much, Dylan, for the raid. Thank you everyone for the resubs too. Also, Zestis Cheese, thank you so much for the recommendations. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Yeah, I can't wait. I'm so excited to organize these things. I'm so excited for the stuff that we're going to do on stream. And again, over the next week, we're going to be seeing a lot more stream things being added to stream. So I'll be announcing those both on Discord and probably during streams for the next few, so that we're all familiar. I kind of like the screen with the colors that they are. I might leave this post Halloween. It just feels kind of rainbowy. It's kind of nice over the other one. But maybe during like the holiday season, I'll bring back I love the Christmassy one that I made. So we'll go back to that in December. But we'll see maybe I'll make it more orange for November. Anyway, take care. Thank you for being so fun. Thank you for being so wonderful. And I'll talk to you all soon.